mean high rolls.
High hopes, low rolls.
So we went to court and we kind of had a little bit of downtime while waiting for our trial.
Like 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months, and then everybody got their good role models. I got the public defender.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I bet came in acting
Yeah.
like a straight up badass. Don't you dare.
Oh my gosh. Would that be intimidation? Actually, yeah.
I got the
This is
Matt
sacrilege.
Murdock and public defenders.
It's Matt Murdock, and he just casually put a Desert Eagle on the desk and said, "Yes, let's continue."
Sir, Your Honor, if my client is guilty, then I will shoot myself. Oh, okay.
I will airstrike this
Dwarven court
location,
for
you
you.
hear me?
That's yeah. We had amazing testimonies from, well, 3 of us family members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another
And then there's
another
Minmo
one
being a
mother.
badass.
Honorary family member of Torek.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Might as well
Potential
be.
new mom.
And then
Closest thing you've got.
Yeah.
I think we're currently at the Karak. And we're kind of like beefing up everything about this Carrick. Did I miss anything else?
Not really. It was
I
just
think so.
a bunch of downtime in court.
Yeah. And then
So,
all of
yeah.
us changing our Discord names to whoever represented us.
Except for Evan and Michael.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because they never
Yeah.
changed their names.
Yeah, Michael, change yours.
And then
Really?
you never change your
You
name. What do
haven't
you mean?
changed yours in like 2 years now.
It's been like a
Actually,
year.
no.
Change yours.
Isn't that the second one he's ever had?
Yeah.
Yes,
think
that's
so.
the
I've
second
never
one.
had, only because it was
Actually, Evan, change yours first.
It involved something from like that wasn't even involving us.
Yeah.
It was like another group of friends.
It was a random bad
Yeah.
cheesy 70s movie like name generator or something like that.
Yeah, it was. It was
It
that.
was.
It was a C Movies horror movie generator, anyways. So yeah, you guys have been told you know who was going to be the jury of this court. Now you have 6 months to get to know them before you dismiss one of them and do some downtime. I hope you were thinking about what you were going to be doing during that.
Oh, ouch.
I was too busy thinking about what charges would be called for the improper use of magic on young dwarves and apprentices. I was like, what would that be a charge? I spent an entire day thinking about
Unlawful
that at work.
imprisonment.
But then I'm like, we could also be called out on some other things.
Yeah, the problem is with this one specifically, I do not look like a hypocrite with a meal.
Exactly. And I'm like,
I think the
I feel
summing
like
up of this.
trapping people in a crystal is bad regardless of what age they are. Like, that's not the issue here.
Yes, it is, but it's always going to come back to yes, and you did this.
mhm.
It's one of those things where this is not a court of legalism. This is a court of emotions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the argument of okay, but they do something worse is valid.
Yeah.
And the sum up of this campaign, and Emil created problems by being too young.
Damn it, Evan! You should have paid attention to how dwarves age.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh well.
So we've got 6 months. Who wants to go first?
Well, we got to get to learn them. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to make I was supposed to give you a list of glyph of wardings. Oh, fuck.
I mean, that can wait until pretty much the end of the campaign, so.
Sure, okay.
Oh yeah, we're getting sieged at some point.
Yeah.
Every campaign needs a siege.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
Oh, is that Is that how we're ending it? We're ending on Siege.
The next
Yeah.
Goblin Horde, yeah, that's gonna be the in the next 80 years or so.
Let's
We're
go.
gonna say, here's the Carrick. Does it survive its first horde?
here's the Kerrigan. As you just see
We'll be fine.
two
We
or
have
three
power
iron
with fireball.
golems.
You are the majority of its military.
We are, yeah.
We
We
should
are
have
the
at least
artillery.
one iron golem. We should have at least one iron golem by the time.
Yeah.
By
We
the time
had
the
better
war
if we have to
happens.
drag a demon lord up to the surface for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
Just
Or
a
shall I
preliminary
pick?
question. How long does it take to like train up a stat?
ASI is
Oh.
a year.
Oh,
No, is it ASI? A feat is a year.
yeah, feats a year.
I have something here.
It's pinned up and
Downtime
there's
training. 1 year per feat. ASI 10. From 10 to 15, it's 6 months per point. From
Mm.
15 to 20, it's 1 year per point.
Gotcha.
And you're not allowed to go past that because you were gods when I made that rule.
Yeah.
Valid.
Oh, I can do wisdom.
How long does training language proficiencies take?
Oof.
Yeah, we're breaking out the weird questions real early.
Yeah.
The problem is like so often it's like that just doesn't often matter, so I don't want to make it a very long time.
Yeah.
I feel like someone could learn a language if they were like really putting their nose to paper in like 2 or so months.
Okay.
What about
I
skills?
think I'm gonna say 2 months. For skills, you need to get the skilled feat.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I'm just hearing a lot of giggling coming from next door to me, and I'm worried.
because like I know what I want to do for a good part of my downtime, but I still have 16 weeks left that I don't know what to do with.
You can't improve an ASI. I'm at the point where I need 2 points if I need to increase an ASI at all. Or it's gonna take me an entire year to increase an ASI.
We all get proficiency in persuasion.
Buddy.
I think I already have expertise in persuasion. I'm pretty sure I do.
All
I'd
right.
be very sad if I don't. Yeah, I do.
I have an idea. I just need some approval from the group.
How legal is it?
It is very legal because Mimir was thinking about starting up a gold mine.
I mean, I
Well,
already found you one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Then it's not legal. We
It's
just
not
claim it.
illegal.
It's ours.
Yeah, we just claim it. Yeah, Mimir's just going to go do that
Neat.
for 6 months, and
Alright, if you're doing that, then I don't have to do that.
yeah,
Well, no, I was. Well, you need a stone singer, don't you? That's
yeah.
what. Yeah, I was probably gonna jumpstart the economy some more.
All right, you gonna help me?
What do we need for starting that? Are we pulling capital out of the coffers, or?
Doing some quick Googling.
See.
You definitely are going to need to put in some capital to
Oh,
start
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to think. I'm looking up costs of certain things.
Fair.
It doesn't help that Roll20 is not in a great shape right now.
Yeah.
Like, I like what they're trying to do. It's just it's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is like the beta features. You can it's all or nothing,
Yeah.
and the search feature is broken. So
Important. Roll20.
kind of important. If you were trying to offer that, they would probably want at least 6 months worth of down payment. Let me do
Who
some
is
math.
they?
Miners.
Okay.
The Miners
Mhm.
Guild.
Oh,
How many people would probably be involved in a mine? I'm gonna go with pull a number out of my butt. Let's go with 30.
that sounds very right.
You'd probably need to invest about 5,000 gold of capital for the first 6 months.
Well, that's easy math.
After
Alright.
that, it would be able to sustain itself.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think we'll all be down for that.
Actually,
Think so.
do I establish a pseudo oath keeper thing in the temple?
Did it
Get
what?
that.
Huh?
Essentially, I say pseudo because technically none of us are oath keepers.
You
Deep
mean
Keeper?
deep keepers?
Deep keepers, yes, deep keepers.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I can like maybe get that system up and running, ish. As a, and then get the temple, or the shrine to Morden. Is that what it was?
Yeah, you've got a small temple to Mord in there.
Start
Got
getting that.
hallowed.
Yeah, that's how I'd start like freshening
Much to
that up
Josh's annoyance.
and start work. I guess I could start working on that for the 6
How are you
months.
gonna work on it?
That's a great question, Josh.
And what do you mean by work on it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I wish I had an answer.
Maybe we should think about these things when we knew we were gonna have 6 months ahead of us.
This is hey, stop it.
Josh, I was just asking, would my time mainly be taking care of the gold mine? Would that take up the 6 months entirely?
No, that would really just be something you're going to the Carrick to Asgal and like talking to the
Okay.
Miners Guild, putting in the money there. And
Alright.
they'll start it, but you can like do things to help it if you want. I can give the benefits, or if you want
Yeah.
to go focus on something else, you can also totally do that. Like
I
if you're putting in 5,000 gold, they're gonna take care of it. It's not gonna fail.
yeah.
That was a big initial investment to say, oh, that could fail,
I think
especially with how desperate y'all are for money,
let's
Yeah.
see.
or not y'all, you.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think Amir wants to try to look for more investments in the earth for the Carrick. For a Carrick. So I would Mimir might spend his time basically searching around for more pockets of metals.
Just saved that chart. Um, all 6 of those months.
Yeah.
Roll me 60 100s.
You guys just see Mimir like fuck off with like a backpack for like a month, and then he returns, gets more food, and just just repeats that for 6
I mean,
months.
that's what you watched Catherine do the last 6 months.
Yeah.
It's just a
Hold on.
tag team. Catherine
Yeah.
comes back, found gold. Mimir's like, I'll set it up.
Mine it.
I sets it up. All right,
Mimir
I'm going
says,
out this time.
more.
More.
One moment. See, 72
Come on,
is
find
a
silver.
that is a semi-precious gem.
Ooh,
Oh.
Let me roll to see which one.
Intriguing.
Tannerite.
Tannerite.
Oh.
It's
Tannerite.
Doesn't
When did that
say.
become a gem?
it's
Has an I in it.
Jesus.
It's a rock, therefore gem.
It's a high explosive, you dunce. All right. Where should I place it? Let's go a little more
Yes.
inland.
Find a pocket of nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin.
That's not even natural. That's not natural either, is it?
I know!
Can we find a pocket of
No, I'm
kerosene,
asking.
please?
I don't think so. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm
Can,
not a
can we get a
chemist.
pocket of kerosene?
Kerosene.
Just give us some U-235.
No.
No.
Anyone's
Pocket
gonna
of
have the nukes. It's gonna be the Ratlings. I'm not giving it to y'all.
can we get a pocket
the
of
nukes.
uranium?
You found a small deposit of moissanite right here. Moissanite
Intriguing.
is a diamond-like material that has a hardness just below it and has a really high refractory index. So it will often be, if you're looking at it from one axis, it'll be like reflecting blue.
Whoa.
And then when you look at it from another axis, it'll be
I love those
reflecting like
kinds.
yellow.
Oh,
I love those kinds of rocks.
Right.
Ow.
How much do you think I would get out of this? Would how big does the deposit of it look? Well, it's speculating. Like how big that was? Would it? How long would it take to like dig up this entire cluster? What do you think?
How would you know?
Actually, that's fair.
he's
Um,
Obion. You can just look at it.
Go ahead.
How much is
Like-
it worth, like, comparatively to the other stuff?
It is worth a
Yeah.
lot more than gold,
Really?
but
Mm.
it is like per pound, it's worth less than adamantine.
Mm.
I think
But
most things are worth less
also-
than that.
Yeah, most things are worth less than adamantine, but it's also not nearly as difficult to process as
Oh,
gold or adamantine. It's a quicker return.
all right. I think I think putting some money into this one would not be a bad investment. Just some money to put some money into it, just to get some money out real quick. What does everyone
I
else
have
think?
drawn a thing.
That's fine. I need to do some math here. Daniel, do you
Meth.
remember how much? Shut up. Do you remember how much adamantine you're getting out a month?
We're getting, out a month? 8.
8 pounds?
Yes.
Because I need to start giving you guys money for that. Because we're
Oh,
past the point where you're reserving all of it.
I was just
Oh.
tallying up how much I had.
Oh. Yeah, you can sell your adamantine for 400 gold per pound.
Oh,
Shit,
oh,
where's my calculator? I have 58 of it currently in reserve.
Oh my god.
Oh,
oh.
I
It's a
made a mistake.
We took like 6 months of downtime, okay? That helped a lot.
Made a big mistake.
Yep.
Look, we got, yeah, that's 23,200 gold.
No,
Oh
no,
my
it's fine.
god.
Yeah, no, we're just playing a game.
Yeah.
how much
Oh, was
gold
I-
again?
Okay.
23,000-ish.
Woo!
Yeah. And that's not
Alright,
counting the
let's-
6 months we're currently in.
Ah.
Oh.
Look, Mimir's got his money-making scheme, I've got mine.
Yeah. And realizing that the Iron Golem is quickly approaching us.
How much
That
do we need
costs
for the Iron Golem?
100,000. It's
Ah.
a lot.
That's a lot.
So it is.
And a year.
And another spell slot.
Yeah. One more level.
One more.
So for every month after the first 6 months of setup for the gold, Michael, you're in charge of this. You'll get 100 gold pieces per month.
Gold pieces per month. Okay.
We're starting to reach like this is what countries make.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal.
Yes. I don't like that color. I'm changing it to that.
How much did you take out to start the Moissanite mine?
We have not discussed. Moissanite would cost the same amount, so 5,000 gold pieces. Basically, setting up
So-
any mine. I'm just for any future reference. I don't really imagine us doing this again in another campaign. It's going to be 5,000 gold pieces for the 6-month setup.
Yeah, we're currently
Well,
sitting
I'm-
around 60k.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, we can settle that mine. If
And
that's
then
fine with
for
everyone.
Moissanite, every month. Why did I do this? You're gonna get out. You're gonna get out 175 gold pieces a month.
Ooh.
Oh,
Can you roll me 2d12 twice?
so 40-12?
No, 2 sets of 2d12.
um,
D&D, the game about math and logistics.
Ooh.
uh,
Oh!
oh God.
A little bit of issues.
Then I reciprocate. No. I
Don't
rolled
have to make
really
the
well.
class.
Oh.
Okay, so the gold mine is going to produce for these kids. I should not be able to hear that. I'm gonna text someone to go check on that. So the gold mine will produce for 26 months after the initial setup. The moissanite mine is gonna produce for 16 months after it's set up.
Nice.
All right, so let's see. So and he said, he said for gold mine to get for one. Yeah, and that was per month, right?
Yeah, those are per month.
Okay.
This is fine. You have 3 mines. It's a dwarf campaign. What did I expect?
Yeah.
That's
This is
not
awesome.
to have
I love
mines.
this.
Yeah.
This is so in flavor, but also that's so much money.
I mean, we like gave you the gold sink, so.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Michael, or that's Mimir. Who wants to go next?
Ugh.
I can go next.
What you doing?
So, for the first 10 weeks, I am finishing up my expertise in jeweler's tools.
Okay.
And for the remaining 16 weeks, I think I'm going to just, like, start killing monsters around the Karakzarum. Just, like, make it safer.
That's a good idea.
Josh, I have a question.
Yeah.
For interviewing the other jurors, do we need to explicitly say that we're doing it during this time? Or is it just going to be something that we're just passively doing?
I'm going to say you can do it during your other activities, but there are going to be some rolls and possibly gold involved.
Hmm.
This is going to act a lot like research, basically, except it's going to use insight.
Okay.
Okay.
So for you, Toric, I have skipped over the section I was looking for. Can you... No, not carousing.
Yeah, not
Hello,
doing that.
carousing. Nah, do it! Get a
No!
giant statue of yourself.
No!
With how things have been going, she'd end up, like, robbing another nobleman like Lily did. And
Oh,
just getting us in more
no.
trouble.
Nothing came of that.
Luckily!
Let's see.
We know we would here.
Can you please roll me an acrobatics check, followed by a constitution check that adds one of your hit dice to it,
You said con
and
check
then a weapon
that adds a
attack.
hit dice?
Yeah, a con check that adds a hit dice.
And then a weapon attack?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
oh. Pass. 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 You have passed all three. In total, can you roll me a D100?
Okay. Not as great.
And then I will reciprocate. Oh no.
Oh no?
What do y'all think the highest CR one of y'all could handle is?
Oh no.
Mm,
nine?
My grasp on
Well-
CR is tenuous at best. I have no answer.
Yeah.
I'm asking the GMs.
Um,
Maybe a
What-
7, an 8?
yeah,
We're
yeah,
level 9.
I'd say so.
Like going full tilt, nothing else you have to worry
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
You could probably
Yeah.
handle a
Probably.
7.
yeah. Especially something like Torque, which their fighting
Kite.
style is, yeah, kite.
Kite,
Yeah.
kite.
Yeah,
You could kite most things, to be honest.
yeah.
Roll me a D4.
D4.
The apple will show up.
How did they maybe fix all of the search engine?
That would be nice.
I sure hope so. It looks like it.
Wait,
Or at least I am able to look at magic item tables now. That's very
Oh,
nice.
Sweet.
3 times, jeez, okay.
I missed my magic items.
Hey, look, we're being nice. Maybe I'll give you something useful.
89.
89's pretty good.
You would never use that, though. It's a sword of wounding.
I would never use
That's
that.
fair.
Yeah, but swords of
It's-
wounding are really good.
They are.
Especially with Monk. Well, more fighter.
True.
A flame tongue.
oh,
You
I
give it
suppose
to
I
Mimir.
could go melee for a while, if needed.
No. No, I'm not gonna shoehorn you into that. That's just silly.
Gotcha.
Flame tongue from Mimir, though.
Jesus. God.
You bonk once, and you bonk once really hard.
See what creature could you have fought to gain all these?
A Durgan.
Sorry if this is taking a long time. It's not what I like, but
No
I think it
problem.
adds some fun flavor.
Hmm.
We've got 6 months of downtime. We expect it to take a while because that's just a lot of
Yeah.
logistics to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just imagine Torque probably went up to the surface, fucked up like a young green dragon, like killed it, and then fucking shit.
Ran away.
Just yeah.
Torek, at one point during your clearing out of this area, you come across a terribly bloated and disgusting troll who seeps poisonous venom from all of its pores and wounds.
Ooh.
The thing never touched you because you just ran.
Hmm.
But if it ever tried to hide, you just fireballed it, basically.
It's that,
Just
and
went
I've got a
in and
Charlotte
started.
Stride. I can do fire damage.
Yeah, yeah. So once you had killed it, you were able to secure within its hoard a great deal of treasure.
Hell
One of
yeah.
the most interesting things, whether or not you choose to keep it for very long, is an ion stone of protection.
Oh.
Neat.
Oh,
Okay. That's just like a +1 to AC or something.
Yep.
which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh no, that'd
I've
be
got
so
nothing else to attune
useless.
to for now.
That would be so useless for you. A ring of evasion.
God.
A ring of fire resistance.
Like, actually useful.
Yeah.
Sunblade.
Sunblade?
Blade.
Someplace.
And you know, whatever. You already have a carpet. Wings of flying.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wings.
Yeah.
Give it to Emil. He can do fabricate and make a giant anvil and drop it on someone.
You'd still have to be carrying that much weight.
No, like build it out of a rock and then just let it fall.
I need to see what Wings of Flying
Just
do, 'cause
fly
I
up
could
into
use
the
that.
ceiling, turn the
It's-
ceiling into an anvil, drop that on them.
It's a boots of speed except flying.
Mm.
Meld into stone
Yeah.
and then do fabricate.
Give you a flying
And
speed
just
of 60
for the
feet.
record, this is an abnormal amount of treasure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got an extremely high roll on my part.
Nice.
I always roll high when it comes to giving y'all treasure, and it irritates me.
Yeah.
Yo.
God.
And we
In
thank you
addition,
for it.
you find 7 100 gold piece gems.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. Who
Let me
wants to
know
go
who's
next?
doing what with what and what's going in the coffers.
All the money from the gold and the gem mine are going to the coffers. For
How
each
much
one.
is that?
Let's see.
They haven't started paying back yet.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 3 attunement items now. Might as well.
Yay. um,
I took pity upon you, and so did the dice.
Mhm.
They're not as good as the ones you lost, but
Yeah,
maybe you'll get them back.
maybe. I hope so.
well,
We'll see.
he might take it as collateral.
I hope not.
We could at least give
Alright.
him his shiny things back. They're still separate from ours.
So, who goes next? We've got Samter, we've got Emil, and we've got Cathra.
So I can go next.
I should make that
Um,
manage.
I'm going to help out in the mines. Well, help jumpstart the newer mines with stone singing, and also healing the wounded. That I do get wounded in the mines. And the other half of the time, I'm going to start essentially. I won't say prepping the temple, but prepping the temple. Essentially, doing administrative paperwork to eventually do religious services in the small temple of Morden that we have.
Okay. Reparations. Is that the right word?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm not sure what you're going for.
Repairs,
There we go.
Yeah,
creating pews, things like that.
creating pews, getting paperwork done.
Roll
Stuff
me
like
for the first 3 months. Roll me an ability check. Your spellcasting ability.
so just charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. 20.
Which mine are you helping out with?
We'll start with
Actually,
yeah,
hold on.
old one. Oh,
You only found the moissanite mine until no, since one of the rolls was there. Yeah. So either which one?
a gold.
Gold first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The gold mine is going to start producing 3 months early.
Nice.
Oh,
So you'll get 3 months of revenue, Michael.
yeah.
And then for the other time, can you give me a persuade? No. Do you have any tools?
Musical instruments. Trumpet, bass, dulcimer, and flute.
I don't think that's going to help you fixing up the temple.
No.
Roll me a strength, dexterity, or constitution check.
Dexterity, baby. Let's go. 11. Do I have bless? I don't have bless. Not bless. Guidance.
Sadly, none of the work that you really do really yields anything more tangible than you've set up like pews inside of the
Yeah.
temple.
I just assume the temple is just so far gone that like it just needs repairs badly.
Yeah, it does. And you're starting to work on that. It probably needs another good maybe 6 months of work to really get it up to snuff with what you were used to seeing. But whether
Mhm.
or not you really think it needs to be up to what you used to see is kind of up for interpretation.
Yeah.
And next we have Kathra or Emil.
I can go. I spent the first 2 months learning Undercommon. Us living down the Underway. Someone should probably know it.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah, you know.
Especially
get around
as your
to it.
next leg is going deep into the
Yeah.
Underdark.
Mhm.
Like, tongues is great, but it's not as good as knowing the actual language. Especially because it smells lots gross.
Difference between having Google Translate and being a native speaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Or at least fluent.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend 2 months, I think, helping get the Moissanite mine started up.
Can you make me a... Yeah, make me a spellcasting check.
Okay. What if I could type? Not bad.
Moissanite Mine will get started 1 month ahead of time. So you get 1 month of revenue from the Moissanite Mine, Michael.
All right.
I'll spend the remaining 2 months around our carrot kind of helping build new things and stuff with Stone Shape.
What specifically are you going to focus your efforts on?
Hmm.
So Emil and, well, so Mimir has started building a causeway out into the water. And Emil has currently set up the gates to that kind of... From what we discussed and what I understood, correct me if I'm wrong, Evan, you basically set up like a gate along the lake's edge to get to the entrance to the outpost that was originally there,
Build the wall.
which included trebuchets and catapults.
Build the wall. Build the
And that's
wall.
what he spent
Build the wall.
that's what he spent the last 6 months doing.
Build the wall. Build the.
Are you okay, Ethan?
And that's what we're doing.
Sounds like something
Oh.
from facing the giants. God, that was
Well,
a good
I
movie.
have Stone Shape, not Wall of Stone, so I'm kind of like fine-tuning the defenses, I guess. Like, arrow slits and what are those
Reinforcing
things? Yeah, reinforcing.
corners.
I'm
I
blanking on the
will
word for it, but you get my point.
I will make a note of this when I'm creating the map.
Sweet.
There's one wall that is very specifically reinforced. Ain't
Well, no, I think
no
it'd be
one
like a
getting
spread
through.
out reinforcement.
Well, I mean, with Kathra and Emil combined, they have created a frontline wall that is going to basically have siege engines and murder holes. It's going to be annoying for me to break through.
That's
Not
No.
not to
doable.
mention glyph of wardings too.
Oh, yeah, a minefield.
That's the
mine-
murder part of Murder Hole.
Yeah, at some point I expect you guys to go like full Vietnam War on me. It's like, we're building booby traps in the dirt.
Wait, do I dispel magic? Oh my god!
Or
Imagine
the
upcast
Mirror's-
dispel magic on people casting detect magic.
Sorry about Josh. Mimir's getting there. Mimir's getting there.
Oh yeah, you're working on Agent Orange in your golem, right?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
What are you
got a
putting in that
poison.
golem?
Iron golems have poison breath.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep.
My god, we're creating mustard gas.
Yep.
Oh
Mimir's
my
no
God.
shame.
Are we the bad guys?
Are we? Please.
Not yet.
I
Only
was
if
joking.
if you don't win the war.
I
That's
was,
Exactly.
I was joking about war
It's only a war
crimes,
crime if you lose.
but holy shit! I
The
think with
difference
enough
between
time,
French guns and mustard gas, they're both awful, but which side won?
Exactly.
the side that had both of them.
Which side
Us.
had Canada? Which side had Canada and their war crimes?
Our war crime hat.
We.
Alright.
Oh, what do you mean? We are Canada. We are the
Emil,
U.S.
you have another 6 months. You have a large wall that you've basically pulled out of the stone along the lake that has trebuchets and other terrible things on it.
All right.
It's basically like a front gate, almost like a checkpost, a checkpoint.
Mm-hmm.
We have everybody prepping for war on their Santa doing the busy work. Somebody has to do the religious services. I guess everybody's too busy trying to kill things. I guess I have to do it.
You know, Mordin's kind of important.
You know,
Hey, I followed it.
our living ancestors, kind of
Catherine,
very
hey, I
important.
spent 1 day casting a spell.
Great,
I did my
fantastic.
part.
Great for you. But nobody else has come to visit at all. I've kind of been alone the entire days.
Anyways, Emil, what do
You
you
need
do?
relief.
Let's see. Let me pull up what I had. Let's see. So the Carrick is deep in the forest, and there's no higher elevations, or like is the
You're
Carrick
underground.
underground? Okay, cool. So the trebuchet is out the window. Instead,
Really?
well,
There's a giant lake outside. There's plenty of airspace.
okay. Well,
And you've already made those.
yeah. Ballistas for all the aerial shit.
Okay.
Ballistas for the aerial stuff.
Wheels built in the same sites.
Gotta build that iron dome.
The
Technically,
Thunderdome.
I have fabricate. So if I could, let's see. Mm,
Oh my god, it is.
I can probably um build statues.
Statues of who?
Or, uh
Obviously, Samter and Saza.
You already have one.
oh
We never said we couldn't have two.
That great rings go into your head.
I will probably make
No,
a
it's called Saza speaking into my
huge,
brain.
huge statue of Saza. Like if there's a kind of like a city square on the outside, have have that placed there, so that way she'll be fighting alongside Michael's golems, so that way if we have to retreat, I can do animate objects with it.
Oh.
I heard
Oh,
animate
okay.
objects.
Are you making a shrapnel bomb?
Basically. I can do that.
All right, Strahd.
It's like, should we be worried about the child making shrapnel bombs?
Who has been an influence on the child?
Where did
Catherine in the
where did
middle
this
of like making a
concept?
murder hole, being like,
Hold on. Where did this concept of shrapnel bombs come from?
I have no clue.
He's making a statue. Where did you get shrapnel bomb?
A statue.
I kinda spaced out for a part of that. My brain turned off. And I heard animate objects, and I was like, shrapnel bomb.
He's out hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Not as bad when I blinked
Like,
out
I
in the
got
middle of
distracted
class.
with Desmond the Moon Dwarf, okay?
Desmond the Moon
Moon
Dwarf.
What can I mine here? The end.
I do have the creation spell, and I kind of want to use that to make a. Let's see.
Wasn't
Well,
creation
creation is not
impermanent?
permanent.
It's not permanent. Okay. Oh, for 1 day. Okay. Maybe like. Actually, no. Never mind. I'd say. do that. Just to build the giant statue of Saza in the city square for that.
Hold up. Did you say a giant statue of Saza?
Oh
Yep.
my god, amazing.
Oh, this is gonna go to her head. Oh, this is gonna go to her head. Oh,
All right, I'll take that.
And
You've got a giant statue ready to be placed. There isn't a city square yet because they haven't even built the bridge yet. But yeah, over the 6 months, you have a large, like 25-foot tall statue.
Oh my god.
what does
Of
Saza say of
Saza.
it, Josh?
or
Saza, seeing it being made, never really asked about it, but when it gets to like the waist, she's like, "Is that me?"
After
And
looks.
once he gets to like the head, she's like, "That's me. I've got 2 statues." As I should.
See Sam
Mother
through
of a
like,
clan and all that.
not interested in there just. Yeah, yeah.
I deserve all of the praise and adulation. Thank you, Emil.
you're welcome, kind of mother. It's weird to say.
That is weird to say.
I'm sorry.
I don't hate
say
it.
I'll never say it again.
No. Not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just weird. It's this brick wall you built between us.
It can
All
work.
right. Can I have everybody roll me 60 10?
Okay. D10, not 10d6s, Daniel. That's
Ooh, nice. We got 110.
Oh, and
Gil said be
Torek
right back.
and Michael.
Michael said he'll be back in 10 minutes. He's helping his granddad.
Let's see here. Can I get Emil to roll me a d6?
Sure.
Saza comes up to you.
Oh no.
Noted.
I don't like the noted.
There's nothing I can say without revealing anything that will make you happy, so noted. So now we're going into what you guys are doing during the time to try and figure out who likes you, what can you do about them, in this section that I'm going to just basically call research. So you guys can spend up to 300 gold pieces
Yes.
and in bribes and gifts to the elders and ancient ancestors, they get a +6 to your roll. And depending on the roll that you get, you can ask me so many questions. If you don't have any ideas for questions, I can reveal a ideal bond or flaw about one of the ancestors.
Okay.
So, each of you decide how much money are you going to put in.
Yes.
I think the
Yes.
answer was probably going to be 300 per person.
It's
Yes.
kind of important. I want a plus 14, okay?
Plus 14.
I want a plus 11.
Alright.
Damn it.
Well, that formality out of the way.
I'm gonna do some math
Everybody
real quick.
roll me an insight check with a +6.
Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
Yo.
Wow. Wait. 6.
Yeah, you screwed up your syntax there. So it should be
Yeah, I added a plus.
13 plus 1d4 plus 6.
How about
Yeah.
a
roll-
35?
Roll an insight with a +6, Gail. We're now talking to the elders.
Mm.
And I'm doing math again,
Okay, so
because that's just what I do in this campaign.
23.
It's
That's
just
okay, I
how
like
this
math.
game goes.
I'm not complaining, I don't mind. I do mind my calculator's being rude.
Oh, you know, it sucks, but it's also kind of fitting for Torek. No offense.
Yeah.
Absolutely socially unaware of everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's especially with how
Well,
it's related to him. and how
Mhm.
they relate to social situations.
All right. So anyone who has rolled from 0 to 10, 0 to 9, sorry, you don't get to ask me a question. From 10 to
Hey,
20, you
up
can
to
ask me
10.
one question. From 20 to 29, you can ask me 2 questions. From 30 and up, you can ask me 3 questions.
Oh, I gotta think of a lot of
Something
questions
I
after
did not think I was ever going to have to consider
Oh,
when I first started DMing everything.
30 and above.
I
Jesus
was talking to a
Christ.
friend, and I was like, "Yeah, bounded accuracy is really interesting because I've gotten several parties who have so many random bonuses I've given them that they just are consistently making it into the 30s, and his jaw dropped."
God.
Getting
Stealth
at a
kill, Rick.
38 trying.
Mimir, you're schmoozing the elders and the ancestors. So roll me an insight check with a +6.
Alright.
So are these questions like person specific, or can we ask like about all of them, or?
The more specific it's going to be, the more specific my answer is going to be.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, if you specifically ask, like, what would this ancestor's, or like, what is this ancestor value the most? I'm going to be able to get really specific. But if you ask, what do all the ancestors value? I'm going to say tradition and family.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
So Mimir did not roll terribly great. You get 1 question. Who wants to start us off with questions?
Can I? Okay.
I have to think of
So,
like 3 questions.
okay. So if you scroll up, right, there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 5 of them. Okay.
Mhm.
Data, got it. Bombin, okay. Vanrook, okay. Thingy, okay. Theft, okay. If you guys need who's positive, who's negative on us, let me know.
Actually, just post it.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna repost
Yeah.
the list.
Hmm.
So maybe before we start asking questions, we should decide as a group like what our strategy here is gonna be. Like, what are we
Yeah.
gonna try and do?
I can
And just
try
yeah,
and
refresher on how this is going to work. Sorry to cut you off here, Ethan.
go ahead.
There are 2 aspects to this. There are the jurors, who are the ancestors and the elders. And there are the judges, who are the major clan leaders. That is Muradin, Falstad, and Moira. The judges would decide whether you're guilty or not.
Mm.
So if you can sway all 3 of them to just not say you're guilty, you're off scot-free. That's going to be difficult. The
Yeah.
jurors
Yeah.
decide the severity of your punishment. This is different from the US legal system. Um, so if you can sway the majority of them, so 3 out of the 5, to give you a light sentence, it's going to be simple, like pay back the money.
Hmm.
So choose that, factor that into your investigation.
Mm-hmm. And then if
Examples of like
we
what a more severe sentence would be.
A more worst case
Yeah.
scenario is pay back all damages, give back the gems.
in Slayer,
What?
in Slayer Oath. Sorry.
Not likely to be Slayer Oath. You didn't kill anybody in this.
Okay.
Nor did you personally slight anybody. Like, really? You caused destruction of property. That's really all you did.
Yeah. And we
There was a
stole
reason
some
we
shit.
restrained from Fireball.
And
Yeah.
you didn't even damage anybody. He did more damage to himself than you all dealt to him. So
Yeah. And
there's
Or
his
no
damage to
way for
us
you
that we
to.
don't.
and his people too.
Yeah, he
Because
hurt his own people, but
Wait, when did he
they
hurt his own people?
symbol.
symbol is not
Oh.
fire friendly.
Yep.
But of course we don't know if he prepped him beforehand.
Yeah. So worst case scenario is you have to pay back all damages, which is going to be more than you stole. You have to give back the gems, and you will have to work under him for a few years.
Ew.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Let's try and avoid that.
Yeah.
Poison the water supply.
But that's only
What?
like he has managed to sway all 5 jurors perfectly to his side.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of good rolls on his part.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can ask 2 questions.
Because, like, as far
About
as
that.
strategy goes, I don't think we're gonna get many places with the actual judges.
Well, I think Moira, to an extent, likes us
Yeah.
because we are young. I am, well, no offense to you guys, but I'm a young clan leader like her, so she can kind of relate.
I mean,
Yeah.
especially after what Menvo pulled.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially after what Menvo pulled, you know. I think Falstag is, well, he's a wild hammer, so he appreciates probably the honor of outsiders, the honor of a person. And then it was Bronzebeard, is that what it was?
Murdered
Murdered
Bronzebeard, I
Bronzebeard.
think.
He was a hard one to read. Did anybody roll a high enough persuasion to see him moved?
Lol, no.
I think, was it Emil? Did he intimidate him enough?
I think so.
think maybe
Because I remember
Mhm.
rolling like a 29 on like insight.
Yeah. What was Bronzebeard's reaction to that, I guess? Just to even a glimpse.
That was begrudging acceptance.
Mm.
Hmm.
Of course, we don't. Okay. I think that's about all we have.
Yeah.
I think the only person that Falstad approved being there really was that we know of was fuck that one, the silver hand guy,
Balador.
Yeah.
Balador. Mora approved, I believe, of Saza and Ederic because family, I believe.
Then we just don't know anything on how Menvo's appearance did because Torek was not having a good time.
Yeah,
And
what
that
did you roll on your insight for that?
Like a 6 or something.
It was
Oof.
bad.
It was bad.
yeah.
Your rolls were just not great. That's
No, they
It,
weren't.
it makes sense role playing wise, but
Yeah.
goddamn player wise, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of us got that much out of Falstag and Burden.
Moira
can
was
ask
the
one of your
most
Very,
questions
very
to
impressive.
ask
good
their
poker,
position.
poker faces.
Mm.
Ask what?
You could use one of your questions to ask either any of their positions.
Yeah. I'm probably going to ask questions about Fime or Fime, because
Amy.
Fime, okay. To see if we can somehow flip it to a positive.
Mr. Feeney.
And I have the highest persuasion out of all of us,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Not that I think it matters in this case because we're asking questions.
Yeah.
Think I'll just use my question to like get an idea on one of the judges' standings.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna use mine for that, and then ask like
Another
some.
good question would be asking about the relations or relationships between a few people.
Oh yeah.
Or what their stances are on Petrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. That's another good one.
Because
Yeah.
something also to consider is that when you dismiss one of the jurors, that could change the position of one of the judges.
Mm.
Hmm
I feel like
And
we
they
need more
can
questions.
and they could totally and we could totally go in it with one of their opinions flipped, seeing that one of the other jurors didn't get sent off.
I'm
So, like, is what you're
realizing that you could
saying?
use a lot more questions here. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna bump it up. Everyone gets a +1.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There's a very complicated web of relationships here that we have very
Yeah.
little insight on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Everyone gets +1.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah,
I
with the
suppose I'll
relationships.
start with my two.
Okay.
I would like to know Murd and Bronzebeard's standings with us, and like how, let's say, how Fime feels about Petrick.
What do you mean by feel?
Like
About
positive,
Petrick?
negative, neutral.
So the standings that you already have available to you are basically if they're
Oh,
negative, they're for
okay.
Petrick. If they're positive, they're for you.
So
Okay.
Fime's Ohio. Got it.
He made
Fime
his
is
Switzerland.
neutral. She's in the middle.
Mm,
As for Muradin, he is very. He looks down strongly on what you guys did.
mm.
He's very
Muradin
negative
is
about y'all.
negative. Understood.
And this is all using the 5e system. So if someone is
Yeah.
negative for you, you need to roll a 20 or above for them to do anything for you in terms of persuasion.
Mm.
And
Okay, Zephyr.
Okay.
I guess for Fime, like, what does she prize mostly? Like, what kind of actions does she prize?
Fime values overwhelming strength and
Hmm.
bullheadedness.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think she should like us.
We
You're pretty bullheaded.
were
That
pretty
was very
bullheaded.
bullheaded. And the extremes that Petrick took also were bullheaded.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's why she's neutral.
Yeah.
She's like, I like both of these guys. Who's gonna come out on top?
Unstoppable force meets immovable object.
I think it's
God.
unstoppable force meets unstoppable force with the immovable object spectating.
I think that's called a fusion reaction.
So that's Fime's ideal. Is that
Hmm.
anything is possible with overwhelming strength.
Gotcha.
Okay. Has she met my wife? I feel like they'd be really good friends.
Probably not.
Well, yeah, she's a living ancestor. I don't expect her to.
She's a Vorgrund living ancestor. They don't have a lot to do with you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I should use mine to check to basically use my questions to see a couple of basically relationships between the jurors.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Might be a good one.
Are the jurors gonna react negatively if we dismiss the wrong one, or is that just the judges?
When you dismiss a juror, they're kind of like, I know skin off my back. I just don't have to sit in a room for so many weeks.
They don't have to do jury duty.
It's the
Mhm.
judges who will be most affected by dismissing a juror because
Hmm.
they're in charge of what you. So, how do I put this? They are trying to determine whether you are guilty or not. So they are making judgments based on who you are strategizing to get rid of.
Hmm.
So if we strategize to get rid of all of our negative people, it's going to look horrible to the judges.
Depending
Especially.
on the reason that you cite.
Mhm.
Because I mean, that just seems like the logical thing to do in a system like this. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
you would want to dismiss the person who doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, but we need a
But not
solid
every
reason.
judge will, like, if you find out, so there are two negatives, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So the way to gamify this, because we have to, I have attached a judge to each juror and saying this judge likes this juror.
Ah.
Okay.
So whichever one you dismiss, given a specific reason and a depending on his persuasion check from y'all, could sway their attitude to either plus or minus positive or negative.
Hmm.
Right. Actually,
And that goes for Patrick too.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I might do something. I might ask who in Murden and Falstad actually like, which of juries they like.
Using your two questions.
Yeah.
All right. Fawcett absolutely loves Fime.
I mean, I have a lot
Alright.
of
Okay.
this.
Alright.
Falstad also. I will also just reveal Falstad dislikes Bammon.
So, likes female, dislikes women.
Yeah. So
Well,
next,
you pull out a notepad really fast.
Muradin likes Thechua,
Okay.
dislikes Fanruk.
Hmm.
Oh, Muradin,
Okay.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Muradin likes, what
Thechua
was it? Thechua?
and dislikes Fanruk.
So that means Mora might like Theth. God, I'm playing this like Clue. I shouldn't play this like Clue.
Oh no, would Samter play it like Clue?
Kind of, yeah. With how much he thinks.
So there's nothing wrong with that. My Samter, when he comes home, he has a diary which is just the Clue checkbox.
Yep, yep.
That would be
Which that's
hilarious.
probably how Petrick's going about it too.
Yeah.
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 Alright, we find his
He
journal
would.
and we burn it.
Yeah.
Aren't you in enough trouble as is?
Yes.
It was a joke, Sky Deity.
I know. Don't you call me that. That's just freaking weird.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. I'll use one of mine to ask what Falstad's stance is on us and what we did.
Falstad is perfectly neutral on this.
Oh, nobody likes a fence sitter.
We've talked with Moira before, correct, guys? And I think she side with the younger generation? I don't know.
A
Uh.
small bonus piece for you is that Falstad really wants to avoid either side going to an extreme.
Hmm.
Mm.
What
He
do you mean
wants
by
to
that?
keep either of you. He would prefer if neither of you got every juror on your side.
Hmm.
Because in his eyes, that's going to cause the most damage.
Okay.
Because if he can get you guys to meet in the middle, that doesn't undermine
Patrick.
tradition or authority, but it also
Mhm.
doesn't undermine autonomy and new ideas.
Yes. He's the perfect balance between old and new, is what he is. I think Muradin. I think. Oh my gosh! In that case, I
Moira
think
likes new
Muradin.
stuff. She's progressive.
Yeah, she's progressive, and Muradin, I think, is the old.
Hit the nail on the head.
There we go. So that means, if that's the case, the Moira, I think, likes us
Hopefully.
in a way.
Real feeling I got at the time.
Yeah.
It seems logical. And Murda's just like, y'all fucked up.
Meh.
We're like, we know.
Because we undermined an old traditional thing in a way. I know this is not like 100% correct, but I think more likes us. And metagaming, knowing how Josh thinks, I think this is how it kind of set up.
It's almost like both sides are set up balanced to start with, and that's the goal of the Dwarven
Yeah.
clans.
Yes. I mean, I can spend 2 questions to find out who Mora likes and dislikes. I have 3 questions. Should we do that?
You want?
If you want.
Okay. Josh, I'll spend 2 questions to see who Mora likes and who Mora dislikes.
Moira really dislikes Steph. And let's see here. She likes Fime for a personal reason. Meaning that it's not necessarily that anything that she aligns with, but that he or Fime has done things for her in the past.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
I feel like I need one of those conspiracy boards with like all the
Yeah.
red string.
That was the goal of the section.
So
Like,
This
need
is
to
a
freaking draw a
complicated
diagram.
web.
Yes.
Do we want
Make me a
a
flow chart.
plain page?
Yes, please.
We can
I mean,
make
I've
one of
just-
those.
I've just got a
Let's-
notepad app open.
Let's make a diagram.
Yeah, I have a notepad open right now too.
But yeah, the diagram might be better. We need to visualize this.
Yeah. So. B for Bammon. Let's see, how many?
We've got too many repeating letters.
5.
That's not gonna work very well.
Probably just be better to type it.
Yeah.
Y'all can't hear that, right?
No.
I don't hear anything.
Okay,
There's,
good.
there's 5 people in here whose name starts with the letter F.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
One,
Fime,
two.
Vanark,
Whoops.
and Falstad.
Whoops.
We got 2 M's. We got 2 T's. We got the outlier with a V.
I can ask another question to see what Fime really dislikes.
Well, that's a good idea.
Oh, because I think one that secured its spot definitely in the final one is Fime.
Yes.
Just because everyone likes her.
Well, because 2 of the judges like her. Not for
Yeah,
one for I think Falstaff because ideals, and then obviously Moyer for
Or personal.
personal.
And Murden
Yeah.
doesn't dislike her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So Fime's one to keep.
And one to hopefully sway.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess it will come down. Okay, Josh, what does Fime dislike?
One of your questions?
Yep, that's my last question.
Where did my notes go? Because I have also got a board.
I'm sure.
Let's see. This one's just silly because I used NPC generators just to give me basic outlines and then I filled them out. She
Valid.
hates weird names,
Is Samter a weird name?
but
Or any of our names
she-
are weird.
I don't think
how do I
so.
put this? What does she dislike? Dislike.
Would that be
I'm
a
gonna-
flaw?
I can't really give you like a dislike, but I can give you something that is causing her frustration.
That
Is
works
that
too.
she really wants greater independence and autonomy in the Carrick. She's feeling
Hey,
really
move.
restricted. Good. Approach her to move after this is that she feels really restricted and bound by a lot of unnecessary
Do
laws
we
here.
have news for you?
So she wants greater independence, feels bound.
Slides up with a pamphlet.
Hey, Edric.
Honestly, Edric can work his magic. Or Samter. Or Samter. Is Samter a weird name, the Croc? I feel like it's a weird name, the Croc.
I don't even know. It would be a weird name that
yeah,
Dwarven
what-
standards.
Yeah.
I don't think Sandra would be that weird, but I could be completely wrong.
No, that's one I totally don't expect you guys to really care or do anything about. I just thought it was really funny that
Okay,
that
we
was an
convict
option
her that Petrick is a terrible name.
in their flaw bank is that name.
Yeah, I think we can agree that Petrick's probably a weird name to her.
Yeah.
Good job, Gail.
I don't know. Like I know what makes sense to me. It's all like rock terms. A tor is like a kind of mountain, and Petrick is, word for like
Well,
yeah.
well, you can't do this here. We gotta make sure it sounds stupid to her.
It's
To
We have
sway
to
her.
convince her that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Petrick.
We walk in and tell her that we found out it means like ancient snail in some lost dwarven dialect.
That'd be funny.
It's still a little funny.
That would be funny.
Okay, I've still got questions. What else do we think we want to know?
Yeah,
let's see.
because the jurors' opinions will the jurors' opinions change depending on who we get rid of?
no.
Yeah,
Josh?
they said that.
Yes.
You said
Oh
the
wait, the
judges,
jurors?
but-
No,
the
the jurors
jurors
will not.
will not change.
Okay.
The judges will.
Okay. This is helping me prevent overthinking.
But also
yeah,
the
that's what
jurors
I was
will be
questioning earlier.
the jurors will be replaced at random.
What?
Mm.
I have a list of 5 other jurors that I will roll on a table to see who joins.
Ah.
Oh,
So this
for
could get
the
better or this could get much worse.
Yes.
so
Okay.
so
I don't
yeah.
like that.
But your goal is to dismiss one that is bad for you and hope that it doesn't negatively impact the judges
hmm
and possibly becomes better for you.
yes.
Like, for example, Menvo's on that list.
Whoa.
Oh.
He's a
Oh.
great grade. He's an elder.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
looking at the
And
I guess we
Menvo would be
have to figure
positive
out.
for us.
really
I don't think we have to worry about Thechua and Bauman. I think we have to ask
Yeah.
about Finruk and Volgren to see what's the lesser of 2
Yeah,
evils.
Fanruk and Thef.
Yeah. And especially so Falstad is even on Finruk and Theft.
Because like Moira does not
Muradin
like
dislikes
Thef.
Fanruk.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards getting rid of Fanruk just without
I
any
am too.
further
Because
information
it would
at
make
the moment.
Muradin happier with us, and that would get us closer to getting him more neutral.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on the
Whereas
same
Moira's
page,
already positive.
I think that Petrick might get rid of Bauman because Falstad dislikes Bauman,
Mm.
Mhm.
right?
I could also see him getting rid of Fime
But if
to
he gets
like
rid of
prevent
Fime,
us
that's
from getting her on
But
But
our
here's
two
the
side.
people
th-
favor her.
but
So
two
assuming he has the
judges.
True.
same information we do.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
assuming he asked the same questions that we have, which he's smart
Yeah.
enough, I'm pretty sure he has.
Maybe he rolled really shit on inside. I don't know.
Another thing we could ask too is I guess we already what do
I don't think Petrick would get rid of Thechua, because like Muradin likes Thechua, and he wants Muradin on his side.
we can
Yeah.
also ask what does Muradin value in a dwarf, and also what does Falstad value in a dwarf,
That could be in the middle. Because it
right?
seems like Moira's the more simple.
The
With
more is
family.
is more
Family value.
recipitive of us. That's if that's a
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, she understands us.
What is Falstad's values? What's he looking for?
Is that an official question?
Yes.
Falstad highly values freedom, but understands that it's unreasonable to pursue it within dwarven culture.
Another reason why he's neutral.
he also really he comes from a clan that has a lot of slayers. So
Oh, so
he is understanding of basically if you can convince him that this was a good enough reason to break tradition, he'll be on your side.
Hmm.
He will still think that you ought to be punished for it.
mhm.
I don't even think we entirely disagree with that.
Yeah.
So what would be breaking tradition then?
Going against your father and his choices.
Mm.
I mean, it's definitely
Leaving
what
your
Torik's doing.
leaving your household
Ugh.
without a good reason, which I'll be perfectly clear. Very few dwarves think that your reason was good enough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Verbal and like mental abuse is not an acceptable reason to abandon your family
Huh.
by
Yeah,
most
it,
dwarven standards.
it gets bad like that in many cultures. I can see that.
We
Alright,
come
so
from
how did we
America, which is the world of individualism,
Hmm.
where that's just
Mhm.
perfectly reasonable and understandable.
This is Japan.
You go to
It's
Japan, you talk to even like the native peoples, like that's just like what the heck are you thinking, you idiot?
Yep. Which would be the well, one reason I could think about would be the imprisonment of apprentices and his own son.
yeah.
And that's so I will continue to elaborate here is that when
Yeah.
you're making your argument, that's going to come on the day of blame.
Hmm.
The day of fact is where you're going to be saying, here is what happened. So what you include or don't include will sway their opinions. So if you can try
Okay.
and think of a fact that Petrick wouldn't know about that you could exclude, that would be useful. So you could like try and subtly leave out something, which they wouldn't frown upon because how would they ever figure it out? This is something
Yeah.
that very often happens in dwarven law.
Yeah.
That will sway them, and then the next day you will basically give your reasoning for why you did this. That's when persuasion checks will be made. The day of
Okay.
facts, it's just what did you say? What did you include? No checks made. Day of blame is going to be make a check. Tell me who you're trying to sway, and if you give me a good enough reason, I'll set the DC and make a check.
Also, could
Because, like,
we?
an important piece of information in that is probably going to be Torik's message to Derek and his response. Because,
And
like,
we
I don't think
also
Petrick would know about the flower code.
um.
And you can't know about the sending messages unless one of us told him Marie was spying on us.
Yeah.
Mhm. And what about? We can also do sending messages to the other apprentices trapped in the crystals.
Yeah, get
Ask
their
about
story
their
as
side of the
well.
story.
Yeah, we've got 6 months worth of spell slots to chat with them.
Yeah. Unless we had to include that in our downtime.
No,
Okay.
you didn't have the information to do so.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what else would be useful to know. But this web has gotten so complicated.
Well, I guess what is Moradin value? It's
What
very
is
Sure.
Muradin value?
well. I don't have a question, so I'm not
Well,
asking.
I
I'll
do,
say the-
so
okay.
I'll go with that.
Muradin really values industry. He is a merchant and smith through and through. So he values efficiency and he values being productive. So he would probably dislike Samter because he hasn't held a job.
Yeah. My hands haven't been idle. I haven't held down a job.
By his opinion, they've been very idle since you got back from being a Slayer.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What else could I say he values? I mean, He's really the epitome of a traditional Asgardian dwarf. So he highly values the traditions of Moradin. He really considers what the Deep Keepers have to say incredibly valuable.
Oh no.
Hmm.
So you could probably actually go talk if you could convince Tharden to put in a good word for you over Patrick.
I.
Because we've had such good relationships with Arden.
You could negotiate with Tharden.
How? With
Alright.
what? He hates us.
I think he just hates you.
And
He's not a
and
huge fan
Catra.
of me either. I don't know. What does Tharden want other than to be a pain?
We could do him a favor.
Influence in your new character.
Ugh.
Oh
How
Throw
much
him in the lake.
influence?
God.
You just said throw him in the lake.
No, I said I will throw him in the lake.
But I guess we have to ask how much influence it would be.
And what does
No.
influence mean under this context?
Yeah.
That would first of how much would depend on roles.
Hmm.
How would express itself would involve allowing him to teach on occasion.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, but
What would he teach, though?
well, it's regardless. It's a dwarf, dwarf through and through. High D keeper. It's going to teach the same things that Cathra and Samter would teach. You know, but just in a different manner. It's just a different teaching style.
And with a worse attitude.
Well, no,
To be
I don't
fair,
think so.
we mainly see Tharden interacting with us, who he already doesn't
Yeah.
like. We don't really
Yes.
know what he's like with other people. It's just
have a
we have
firm.
such beef on site.
Yeah, Tharden. I feel like really he values dwarfs.
Yeah.
You don't become a high deep keeper and not value, you know, traditions
Yeah.
of old and bringing up the new generation and teaching them what's good. You know, what's a bad example, aka Samter, that I'm pretty sure he uses a lot in his education.
It's one of those things where, like, I don't like him as a person, but that doesn't mean I think he's a bad person.
Yes,
Yeah.
we tolerate him.
He's just kind of a pain. But I'm sure he thinks the same about us.
Yes,
Probably.
And, like,
Yeah.
fucking fair.
We are a
it's
problem.
it's a I don't like you, but I respect what you do
Yeah.
Except does he respect what we do?
to an extent,
Eh,
probably. Not now,
as much as we
But-
respect what he does.
but before, probably.
Okay, so
Um,
that's an option.
That is an option to ask Tharden to put in a good word for us somehow.
Yeah.
So are we gonna try and sway the judges or the jurors or both? Is both an option?
With good rolls?
So it's not an
I
option.
th- I
And a
think
good plan.
Well, not before.
Yeah, it just depends on the plan because putting a good word with the deep keepers would be good for us because you know, if Tharden
Yeah.
does say something good about us, that says a lot.
plus, honestly, in the future, I don't think it's a bad idea for Tharden to teach. I really don't.
I'm not necessarily opposed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some humility tonic there.
Just aside from personal beef, he would be fine.
Samter
That
knows.
says a lot about Samter and Cather saying that they both trust him to put his personal beef aside.
Yeah,
Good on y'all.
yeah. Like he doesn't like Samter doesn't like he doesn't hate him, right? Samter doesn't like Tharden. He respects Tharden. Like he very much respects Tharden. You know, he's a high D keeper. He made it. You know, he did the exact same shit Samter's doing years prior.
With a
And,
lot
like,
more.
Cather understands why he doesn't like her.
Yes,
As like,
S-
I get it.
same with Samter. right? And he's like,
Like, I
he
know we
is
threatened to kill him with fish, but we're not serious about it.
he is a wealth of wisdom and knowledge that not like obviously Samter doesn't know, right? Samter's young. Yeah, he hasn't spent a lot of time studying the books, studying the blade.
I think you spent plenty of time studying the blade.
All right, let's just put it like this. Let's just put it like this. Samter and Cathra have a lot of field-on experience, but Thorn has a lot of book experience.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has the experience that we don't have, and
Yes.
we kind of need that in a new Karok. And if we can sway him to have, yeah, we don't like how he goes about doing things. You know, his influence outside of the Karok because he's kind of passive
But if this is
in a
just like
way.
occasional, coming by and teaching,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think that's so much of an
Yeah.
issue.
should
We could certainly
Yeah.
try.
I think that's a decent line of action to pursue.
yeah, that would be a decent line.
Yeah.
I think that would put they'd probably put a lot of a good word in for us from Murden, because Arden does not like two of us, or a good member, couple of members of the party. So him
Yeah.
saying something good about us, putting some good word in for us.
Would mean
But
a lot.
but I think we have to word it to where we're not saying, "Hey, influence Murden," right? It would have
Yeah,
to be Cathra and Samter or whoever approaching Tharadin and being like, "Hey, can we talk to you?"
Yeah.
Right?
yeah,
And
oh yeah,
essentially being
definitely.
like, "Hey, like we've established, the Anvil of Doom. We're working our way up. We're trying to establish an economy, and
That was a good
eventually,
idea.
we want to establish our own sect of Dekeepers." We were
How do?
Yeah, at first, like, would you be willing to, not you specifically, but willing to either spare a little bit of resources or, come and teach yourself to the new generation? And, that type of deal, and then be like, "Hey, Murden, guess what?" That type of deal.
All right,
So I do
I
still
like
have
it.
2 questions left. Is there anything else we want to know? Because we could use it to find out, like, the values of the 2 negative ones, or buy
Let's
something.
try to let's try to figure out the value of the one that would most likely be staying, or the ones that we think that would most likely be staying if we
Is
do
that
vote ours off.
Theft, I
is that
think.
theft?
Yeah,
Alright,
because
that's values.
if we do get rid of Fenric, then we get
Mhm.
then I assume, unless some weird ass Patrick's
Like,
playing some weird ass 60 chests over there on the other side, and gets
I
rid
have
of
3
that.
parallel universes ahead of you.
Yeah, which I don't
it
think.
seems like we're getting rid of Fanric.
Yeah, we're gonna get
That
rid of
seems to be the
Fenric.
general consensus, barring changes. So yeah, what we want thefts values?
Theft's
Yeah,
values.
Let's go with that.
That
F
holds
and
total respect for the dead and has sworn to reclaim the lost Dawi civilization.
Huh.
that's actually noble. Holy shit!
Do we have a story for you, Theft?
Theft.
You definitely do, but also think about what was Petrick trying to do.
Also that.
Yeah.
But a different lost civilization.
So you mentioned something earlier. I just lost my train of thought completely.
Uh-oh.
God, I hate when that happens.
I hate that so much. It's so awful.
So I was looking for information, and then I don't know what it was.
Legitimately,
for
like the
information.
thought was there and it just
Yeah.
I was looking for
so
information.
Disappeared into the
so
ether.
annoyed.
My fucking.
Oh,
I was looking for
seriously.
information, and then my fucking
Oh, I
brain
remember.
shut off.
Well,
Good.
So you mentioned something about like needing to cite a specific reason for dismissing the jurors and that they would want it to be a good reason. Like, what is considered a good reason? Other than just you don't like us.
Believing that they can't be impartial.
Oh.
Actually, that might be a good reason to get rid of theft.
Yeah.
That's true.
We
Does
might
anyone
not.
else have any
We
questions
might.
left?
I have
We
one
might.
more.
Because like we
we
could
might
try and
need the
figure out
last one.
what's Fanric's deal.
Yeah, Fenrix.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
so we
was
can
thinking.
have a more of a good reason to dismiss them, because that fight I can easily see it as being like, oh, both sides are doing the same ordeal in a way of trying to reclaim the lost civilization. But so we deem that might hold up the process.
The
Maybe?
question I'm thinking of is basically, why is Fenric negative towards this? Why is he favoring Petrick? If y'all think that's a good question or way to phrase that.
That is
Would that
that's a
not
good
just be a question about Fanric's values?
Sort of, but also kind of more specific.
all right. I can agree with
Sure.
that.
Let's go with that. So I'm knocking stuff off my desk. I know.
Fenric wants to become fabulously wealthy.
Oh.
You have interfered with one of his business prospects.
Well, that's definitely bias.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bias.
Yes, there's
That was the right question.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're getting rid of Fanric, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, and then to get rid of Banner, we can cite that he's more impartial to the case than others here, than the
Yeah.
others here.
Well, we don't know. Oh, yeah, he is partial to the case. We feel like
Because he has business dealings with Petrick would be the right way to say that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he has business dealings with Petrick, we feel that he will not make a good impartial judge in this
Yeah.
case that is needed for.
Impartial juror. Distinction's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Now,
that's all
which
of
one
my
do we
questions. I don't know if
think
anyone else still
that-
has.
Like, which one do we think that Petrick's gonna get rid of?
Bombing. Bombing a female.
Probably, yeah.
I would
But-
guess Bondman.
But Petrick can also sway female
Yeah.
if he's bullheaded enough with how he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we do
he
something
is
very
We show up in
Female-
suits. Josh, how much
Yeah.
would it take? How much would it cost for us to get tailored suits?
Fancy clothes?
If ceremonial, yeah, essentially, yes.
How is that more bullheaded?
Because
no,
Because we have
Ethan,
audacity?
That's just
Ethan,
flexing.
Ethan.
15
Yeah.
It's
gold.
not the same.
We should still dress nice anyway.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's court, but
Yeah.
I don't see the correlation.
yeah,
with that
like
bullheadedness.
Samter's getting his hair done, like bead, like braided beard, the whole kit and caboodle.
Korik will definitely
I
buy
mean-
herself a suit.
No, same. For
I mean, yeah.
yeah, we'll say.
I'm
but
assuming we're
thinking-
all getting fancy clothes just because we're going to court and that's what you do.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
No, I'll be the guy who shows up in his pimp gear.
Josh, that's
Oh
how
my
you go to
God.
jail.
That'd be a meal.
That's how you get held in contempt of court. I don't know if we
Those are
have contempt of court.
They're
But we could
so
invent it.
funny.
I mean,
It is, it's so
technically, it would
hilarious.
be a meal because
Emil was show.
It's just-
No,
his fancy stuff were back at his parents.
We're getting you new fancy stuff. You are
We
not
need
showing
new
up to
fancy
court
Yeah.
in
Also-
t-shirt and jeans.
what? Should we have sigils on it or symbols for
what do you
like Karak's, like the symbol of Karak's room
Matching t-shirts?
on it?
Should we merchandise?
mean?
Should we merchandise? I'm asking because I'm totally thinking about like right before that, like finally like establishing a clan within. Essentially saying, yeah, this is my clan. I have established it. Here's its name. Here's the symbol for it. Throw on the suit and wear it.
Yeah, well, I don't
Uh,
think Carrick's ever has a sigil yet.
Yeah.
Does Carrick Asco have a sigil?
As a whole, no.
But essentially, it would be fancy clothes, but it has my clan of 2, hopefully more, simple on it.
I mean, I would think in this culture that heraldry would probably be a part of fancy clothes.
Well, what about all the rest of the ceremonial robes or garbs that were worn by
I don't
the
know.
elders? Would it be too
So-
much?
Just real quick, we've gone for 2 hours. You guys have planned mostly. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Alrighty.
This is the best time.
No, we need to know the dress code.
Think about coordinating your wardrobes.
Yes.
Should we coordinate?
I still want to know what the acceptable court dress code is.
Something I didn't think about.
Well, Josh, you had all that time when we were discussing it to think about.
Josh, you had an entire week to think about.
Do you think that web of relationships popped up out of nowhere?
Do you want a
Um,
smart answer or an
I
Ethan
want you
answer?
to shut up.
I'm sorry, that's not an
Generally-
option.
Generally, you would come to court wearing something that is to do with your profession.
Hmm.
So it's something to symbolize your status and your position in society. So if you were a professional warrior, you would come to the court with full weapons and armor. If you were a smith, you would come with like a tool belt with all of your hammers and chisels and your apron and gloves and all that. Probably your goggles. If you're, someone who's smart and uses PPE, which at Michael, do it.
Do it.
Worth
Yeah.
it.
Don't lose an eye like my father.
Don't lose your thumb like my grandfather. Or your
Well,
Or
where's
your
the
earring.
stories?
like my grandfather.
Good.
My grandfather was a proper user of PPE.
Mine was a lumberjack.
If you don't have a lot of stories, that's good. It means you're alive. Anyways, so that's what you would generally wear. If you were a priest, you would come with ceremonial garb.
I don't know what to wear.
I don't quite know what to wear either.
Well, you're an artisan. You're working
Yeah, I'm
on.
a
Yeah.
jeweler.
So you wear
I'm a
your.
runesmith.
Yeah, you wear something to symbolize that.
Yeah.
I suppose I could try and work some regular gold into my clothes, just because
Should I? So would I would just be in ceremonial garbs?
Your size best hammers. And repairs his best of aprons. The one that does not have like a big ass hole in the middle of it.
I guess.
That is his
Mine would
best
be
apron.
would mine be a ceremonial garb because Deepkeeper?
Yes. Yours would be.
Yeah.
Unless there's a
was-
traditional garb of stone singers.
Now would be the time to establish what is your ceremonial garb going to be for your Carrick.
Because Samter be wearing it, guys. Merchandising.
Merchandising.
Alright, what colors should we add to it is the question.
Blue, because obviously we're next to a lake.
Mhm.
Well, yeah,
I've always been a
obviously.
fan of a deep, maroon red, but I can understand if that wouldn't work.
We can go
Alright,
with
let's start making some color palettes.
we could do like a blue-black theme, because I don't know, water and
We should.
I can
we
see
should probably
it.
add.
But I may not know much about fashion, but I know that I don't look great in blue.
well, you're not the one wearing it now, are you?
True.
I didn't expect today's session was going to devolve into. I was expecting some fucking ace, fucking ace attorney type of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was not
expecting
prepared
it
for
today.
color theory.
Well, is it just going to be all So for the ceremonial garb, would it be like, oh, does there like pauldrons on the shoulders? Is there a chest plate involved? Too? Is it just simple robes?
Like for
Yeah.
Tharden, for example, he has something on basically a chest plate, not a chest plate, that hangs down and has inscribed his entire family tree on it,
Alright.
going back to Moradin.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Granted, majority of dwarves understand that decent chunk of that's probably fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking, what if we do something like that, similar to, like, have a breastplate, but we take a book out of the ancient Israelite page and have it be adorned with stones representing like the each family that is building our character.
Each
Mm.
Oh,
clan, that's
that's
good.
cool.
Each
Yeah.
clan.
Or
Alright,
just
now we gotta all pick our clan
family.
rocks.
Yeah, what rock would represent your family?
Torek cries and no longer has a true family.
Make one!
Well, make one.
Yeah.
Gotta do
Yeah.
rock.
Let's see.
Create a last name. Would it? Yeah. Each clan involved. Would it be involved or yeah? I guess involved in the creation of it.
Involved in the creation
Now,
of it.
would it be clan based or would it be like? Okay, of course it'd be clan based. What am I asking? What am I saying?
Yeah. Seeing as no matter what,
It'll
even
it'll,
if
it'll have to be
then
personal based one, because then it'll be established to the clan that they're from. I'm overthinking this.
well, I mean,
yeah, they're probably like use her family more than like the overarching clan.
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be a representation of the people.
So yeah, so like Dark Iron, the Dark Iron's gonna be represented with Mimir and no, it's not Jaguar. It's
And then we also have the other three too.
yeah,
That
that's what
are
I'm saying.
big helpers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably Mimir and the other the other Dark Iron on that side could be represented in one, representing the Dark Irons kind of stand together.
So we have 8 total adding to this, I believe. 8 individual families. Dragar,
Yeah.
Nomdis, Garber, Emil, Samter, Cathra, Mimir, Torek. Yeah, 8.
Rock.
Yeah. Then we could do
How do,
eight.
how do you want it arranged? We can arrange it into like a D8.
Yes.
Where it has a helmet.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Well, I
you can
know
have it
what
more.
rock Torek would probably use. A jasper. A red jasper.
Maybe you have it
Right.
like this. Maybe it could be. It depends on each family you come from, right? So yours. So like the original founding would be all 8 of them, right?
Mhm.
But your specific one is in the center, while the other 7 are adorned around it. How about
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Would
that?
it
Yeah,
be dependent on family? On which part of the family wears it? Because if you put one in the center, right, it feels like this is the family that
yeah.
it doesn't feel equal, I guess.
I thought that was his point, is that it's
It's
individual
It
to
gonna
each
represents your
person.
family.
Okay.
yeah represents your representation of this family in the halls of the clans comparatively.
I was not expecting to be researching rocks tonight.
I
Really
research rocks more
liking
than I would care to admit.
I'm really liking the ground yellow type of rocks
Mm.
for Samter.
I
Then
think
of course, Samter would be conversing with Saza about this.
Yeah.
I just kind of cut the rocks. I don't handle all of this metaphorical stuff.
No.
Well, what color do you like?
Red.
All right.
You know, like your hair.
Aw.
Aww.
Aw. What color Samter's hair? That is like a ground. That is like a yellow orangish. The amount of silence that is needed to look at the rocks.
Rocks are very important.
Yeah.
Rocks are
apparently.
very
Very
important.
Mimir might put himself. He has two options. Mimir
Yeah, we're too
has.
busy
It's
researching
gonna be
rocks.
it's
Expect the
gonna be
unexpected.
obsidian or ruby.
Ooh. Now, are we going with rocks or are we going with gemstones?
Well, yeah, gemstones.
Gemstones, rocks.
Because, like, I thought we were
Basically,
going with types of stone.
yeah, or
I mean, it's all kind of related.
a mineral.
Yeah.
Yeah, mineral that you would relate to yourself, and I think I might go with ruby just because the dark irons were meant to have like those red eyes.
Hmm.
It could represent our red eyes.
If we're going with more gemstones, Torik's absolutely going sunstone.
Hell yeah.
Way to steal it from Osteroth.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna steal it from Otto.
The fire opal.
No, the fucking sunstone.
Sunstone.
Oh,
Wait,
that
who's
one.
Oh,
Osteroth?
siderite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hell
Ew.
yeah.
It's been a bit.
The fucking
Uh,
Evan's
Josh, it
edgy
worked.
pet
Oh.
character.
It did
Everyone
work.
has forgotten his name.
Yeah.
I was
Except me.
Well, if we're going gemstones, I'm going sapphire.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
picking
go
makes sense.
siderite or saturite.
Eh.
Now, yeah.
I want to Google it.
But, like, just because an
pretty.
elf has, like, sunstone doesn't mean a dwarf can't, too.
I know, I'm just messing.
What rock are you
It kind of
talking
matches his hair.
about? Ooh.
He's just like, that's it. You sold me.
Just
Sit
like
around
your
this.
hair. Okay, fine, we're going with
Let's
orange.
see. Yeah, I think
I
I'm gonna
am
solidify Ruby as my ears.
Because, like, while I do like a red jasper, I do also
Gosh.
like more
Oh,
translucent rocks.
Thank you, gemsociety.org, for being here when I had to look up gems for both the GG campaign and now.
See you.
We are not sponsored.
Shout out.
We are not sponsored in any way whatsoever.
If we were
Never
sponsored,
will.
Never
that
will
would
be.
be a very different thing to have.
Can everyone just type out the one they picked so I can note this down for later?
Specifically.
Not I feel inclined to fucking put like some descriptors in a Ruby. Like bright red Ruby.
There's just a lot of colors of sapphire, which is why I'm specific.
Yeah.
Is there a specific way that each of us want to cut it?
Okay,
I-
that might be getting a
That's
bit too
going too
deep.
far for now.
Yes, I want a Portuguese cut sapphire.
I know nothing about gem cuts.
If
I
you
want a
want to do a
dodecagon.
gem cut, handle that this
Later.
week. We will get back. We will circle back. I need to at least get through this trial today.
Yeah.
Please, I don't want this hanging over us anymore.
I want to just get
Just,
into
just
combat.
take-
We haven't had combat in like 2 sessions.
God forbid we don't have combat.
I like it. All right, it's my favorite part of the game.
Combat fun.
Then why did you try to have us arrested?
Stop being a guy then.
Why did you
Josh.
do something to get arrested?
Because it was the personal quest.
Why are you guys so just straightforward?
Because when
You've,
we're
no-
not,
you've noticed
things
for
go
years,
even
Josh,
worse.
this can't be
Yes.
surprising.
Because Josh, he told us to play dwarves, and guess what dwarves are?
You
Also, the
did
last time you
not,
asked us to plan, we spent like 3 hours looking for a lizard.
Michael.
Yes.
Yes, Michael.
what?
You cannot
I don't
claim.
remember this.
You cannot claim to be acting dwarvish, sneaking into somebody's father's house and stealing his stuff.
That is fair.
It's like
Alright.
saying it's like going in and stealing your dad's Playboy magazine books.
That's
Don't say
not a
that.
correct
That's not even
comparison.
close to what's happening.
It was just Ethan. Shut up.
Shut up.
Your talking
Stop
privileges have
talking.
been revoked.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Is there
You're
anything else
done.
anyone wants to do over the course of the 6 months?
Talk to
We need to
Right.
hear the stories of our gem friends.
What?
Good.
Talk to the
stories-
people
The
in the
imprisoned
imprisonment gems.
dwarves and the crystals.
Alright. You're welcome to start.
Can we just like
Alright.
talk like normal conversation?
Yes, you have 6 months of casting. Like you
Yeah.
have 3 people who can manage 7 castings, 8 castings a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this. We will get every detail.
First their names
Uh,
and the clans.
let's see.
That's what each their personal relationship with each of the fucking the jurors.
Oh,
Can
why
you imagine walking up
Patrick?
to one of the judges and being like, "We found your great grandson in this rock"?
Oh, that would be
He
a
did
fucking
it. Points to
power
Patrick.
Yes.
That would be a fucking power move. That would.
Would you like to
That would.
reconsider your stances, perhaps?
We could be like, hey, so we found your missing son.
We don't know
But-
if they have any relationship yet. So.
Yeah.
But they're in a diamond.
And
What is a diamond?
breaking him out is gonna be difficult. Okay.
Okay. And then next, what are their relationships to Patrick before this? Just as
Yeah.
general apprentices, or if they did anything specific?
They are both general apprentices, both young, both new.
And what caused Patrick to decide to put you in a gem? Like, was there an inciting incident?
Dalrum doesn't really know. He just remembers getting really drunk one night. Apparently he broke something, and the next day Patrick showed up, got angry, and he was in the gym.
Ah.
Okay.
Arabella said that she was basically sent to go handle a grudge that involves demons, much lesser demon than the one that you guys fought, and then came back empty-handed, and he accused her of being corrupted, whatever that means, she said, and put me in a gem.
And what about Derek?
You
Oh,
already know Derek's story.
Well, I don't know the inciting incident.
well, he had an argument.
Well,
Well,
what was the argument about?
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's a better
And then
one.
can you be alright, just be more specific about that. What is it about? What was it about? It was about like taking risks. Like they basically Derek was saying that they weren't going to be able to get anywhere without taking some kind of risk. That he can't make every decision be a multi-month process.
Mhm. And then next question is what run? I guess to Derek, what runs the golems? Why imprison people in gems to have such clauses?
Why imprison people in the gems? Heck if I know if I knew that.
Eh,
All right.
Problem wouldn't be as bad as it is. What runs the golems is grudge gold. They have cores of hundreds of thousands of gold pieces worth of grudge gold.
Oh. Gee.
Next idea.
Hell was he getting hundreds?
Good.
I
Grudge
wasn't
Gold
even
runs
aware
it.
that much grudge gold was in
Yeah,
circulation.
yeah, same.
How much have you guys made in the past while?
Not hundreds of thousands.
At
Tens of
most
thousands. but
100,000.
tens of thousands. You
Yeah,
are 5 dwarves.
I know.
Yeah.
Still,
There are 5,000
True.
of them here.
still, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
Especially saying that each of them has hundreds of thousands.
Well,
Yeah.
there were only 4.
Well, we
Oh.
don't know that.
Oh,
How many did we destroy? 2?
2,
3.
3?
3.
Okay.
2 in the room, 1 in the hallway.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
remember.
Didn't
So,
know
I
there
mean,
were only 4.
there's no way for you to have known. Derek would have told you this at this point. Anything else?
Um,
I guess
Oh,
maybe
yes.
how did Petrick treat each one of them?
Delrum is like, I kinda deserved the abuse that I got.
Did you?
I am an alcoholic.
yeah.
Okay.
Are
I
we all alcoholics?
Can't defend that.
Arabella says that she basically was working like 13-hour days every
Oh.
day. He did
Ooh.
not personally really talk to her all that much, pretty much ever. But the master that he put above her drove her really, really hard.
Hmm.
Yeah. Was it to work on the golems or something else?
Yeah, I worked on the armor plating for the golems.
Gotcha.
What
it's
about
a sad,
Dalron?
it's sad.
I was supposed to work on the heads. I never
Mm.
got to the point where I actually got anything good out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. How was Derek treated?
Make me an insight check.
Okay.
Just Torek?
Yeah,
Never
just-
mind.
How do I put this? Derek says that he was pushed to the breaking point, but that he never really felt like he broke the whole way, and that he felt like he was kind of being guilt tripped into working as hard as he did because he was the only child left to carry on the name Petrick of Goldheart. So he had to do what he was doing. In retrospect, I pushed myself way too hard.
Understood, but he didn't exactly help either.
No, but I had to, so
I'm sorry for leaving you in that position.
anything else anyone wants to say?
That silence was.
I'm sitting here like I was sitting here. I was like, that can of worms has just been opened.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of anything else that would be useful for us to know that they would know.
Well, we got their stories.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, we can't incite inhumane working conditions because we can, but we also do it to Emil.
Yeah.
Did we?
Because Emil's with us and all of that mess.
We're putting a child in danger all the time.
Technically, he's done it all voluntarily.
That still looks
Yes,
bad on us for letting you.
but as adults, we are putting a child in harm's way. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Petrick, quote unquote, isn't.
I guess they're technically safe, quote unquote, in the gems.
Yes.
Technically.
Yeah, very
And-
very big air quotes here, because you can't see me.
Meaning that nothing can hurt them, but
Now,
still.
we can say that being
Well,
punished by being put into gems is too harsh of a punishment.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
especially also because like it was not ordained by law.
Well, we don't know that.
I'm,
I
I'm
mean, I
thinking.
suppose.
Is
But
there a law that lets you put people in gems against their knowledge or consent?
and then proceed to not let them out?
Proceed to
And
put conditions of, well,
the
I guess we could
conditions
legend
have
lore
to be
the
possible to happen, but that doesn't mean they had to be easy. My father
we can also
directly put in a difficult thing so that they would simply just stay in the gems for who knows how
we can
long.
also legend lore the releasing of the other two gems too. We only
That
got
is
the,
true.
Yeah.
Petrick's
we,
gem might be different, or like Derek's gem might be different than the apprentice's.
Derek's gem is the blood of a bloodthirster.
Yeah, let's
So
hope
awkward to say.
the
It's
other two are
essentially
different.
it's the he shall be released when all this is over.
Pretty much.
That's what Derek's is.
So yeah, can we legend lore the other two to find out the answer to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through the whole process of
Okay,
the
good.
legend, the legend lore reveals through cryptic means until Petrick says so.
Alright.
Bitch.
For the other two.
Really?
I mean, it would make sense he would want to make his son's imprisonment a lot more difficult to release so that, he would stay.
But is
Mhm.
that more difficult?
Bloodthirster demon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more difficult than when Petrick says so.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. Why set a different condition like that if he just wants him released on his terms?
Because,
So
well,
his son would
doing
be
what
protected
we
for
did
all
is exactly
eternity.
something I would do.
Maybe.
He would most likely realize that I would try and get Derek at some point, and so he took precautions.
Maybe.
But
Or
I wouldn't be
But if the
surprised
first
anyway.
precaution was just can't get out against his will.
Look, we saw his papers, we saw his actions. He seems a little bit like a madman, doesn't he?
No. Just seems weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
ask
don't
them
know
if
what goes on in his head.
they saw anyone else get put into these gems at any point. Or get taken away.
And just not come back.
because there's extra ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, so far it's just been us two.
Oh, good.
Who was the who was the first one of the three?
That'd be me, says Dalram.
Okay, then
Derek is
Erebel,
the most recent.
and then Derek.
Yeah, I've been here maybe, I don't know, time is weird, somewhere between half a year and a year.
Yeah, because when we found you, it had been a month since you disappeared.
No, that was Dalram.
That was Dalram? I thought that was Derek. That
No,
was
I'm
1
saying
month.
Dalram said that.
Oh,
So had he been in there for a year before we found the gems or after we found them?
Before.
Okay.
ugh.
And you don't get hungry, so I'm good.
That's good at least, but you also don't get to eat good food.
Yeah, it's a perfectly neutral hell.
God.
Perfectly neutral hell.
This whole situation's
Um,
weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, using imprisonment on people that annoy you seems really extreme and like a lot of unnecessary effort.
let's see.
No kidding. Because you gotta
Also,
set
we
like a release condition and everything.
still need to talk to Tharden, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we do.
God damn it. Alright, let's go.
Is
Also-
that all we need from
I
people
think
in the
so.
crystals?
Well, I'm thinking, because if we, I don't know if if any relationship between the people inside the crystals and people outside would actually help, or no, not really.
Well, I don't know if they'll believe us.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the people in the gems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they related to any of the
I don't
People.
think so.
Only distantly.
Okay. It's kind of what I figured, but worth asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that skin? Yeah, I think it's time to actually
Time to talk to
fucking
Tharden.
yeah.
Now, do you just want Samter and Catherine to do it, or just one
No,
person, or
honestly,
all of us?
I can
honestly,
give one
you
of
two.
you. I can give one
Probably
of you
just you
enhanced
two.
ability.
Yeah.
I could give one of you enhanced ability.
Let's give it to Samter and enhance his speech.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
it to Samter.
Mm,
And
I'm
enhance
much better at
charisma.
strategizing than I am at executing.
no patch. This fucking spice will fuck you up.
God.
So how are we going to approach this after?
I would say with just as much humility as possible, and
Yeah,
honestly,
but
and just asking for help. We are trying to establish. Well, I guess we have established a Karak, so we have an Anvil of Doom.
yeah,
Josh, would it be proper to say that we've established a Karak because we have an Anvil of Doom?
That's a personal judgment, man.
bro.
Do we feel
A
like
very
that?
long time since someone started another Carrick.
Do I like to? Do we say? Do we think that we are a fully fledged Karak? Do you think we qualify as such?
I think we are
Uh,
I don't think so.
A fledging,
fledging.
fledging
Fledging.
Because, like, we
Karak? Okay.
don't have all of our families set up.
Yeah, and this is also third, and so
We've only got
he
one great
fucking
rune.
he fucking
we
he
have
fucking
we don't
tore
have like
apart.
fountains of holy water on every street corner, so
Yeah.
clearly
Yeah,
not good enough yet.
yeah, we're not that good enough yet. Yeah, do remember just also third, and so
Mhm.
so do you say fledgling, or else he's gonna be able to be like, you don't have this, you don't have that.
We don't
and
have
you
a
go down the
freshwater
list.
spring.
Like that lake.
What points at leg?
That's
That is too
actually even
small.
more funny. We were told we don't have a freshwater spring, so now we have an entire freshwater lake.
I feel like Tharden would still say that too, like completely straight faced, and we just be like, bro,
Yeah.
I
Bruh.
don't know what you want from us.
You haven't gotten rid of the dragon turtles.
Yeah. There you go.
We
They
haven't even
haven't caused any
seen them except for when
problems.
we were scouting.
But
As
they
far as we're
could.
concerned.
Yeah.
How do you know about the dragon turtles?
Because we killed a crab that hunts them.
He's just out here just reading all of our survey reports just so he can complain.
Oh yeah.
Probably. Oh yeah.
Would.
For
He's a
sure.
spiteful old man. He probably went down there and made a survey himself.
I was like, what's that really shiny looking oh god damn it.
Why is
That
Tharden
was
here?
shiny. He'd probably buy one of the
That's
invisibility
Tharden.
potions.
Probably.
Yeah, he bought one of them
Anyways,
years.
Oh my
continue.
goodness.
He just looked at
So
him and said, "Boy," threw the money at him and said, "Give me it."
Boy.
so yeah, so approaching I just asked for assistance and that's all we're doing. He like in every right. If people even if people don't like him, you have to respect him. He's come this far
So
in
are
life.
we leaving the help us with the trial thing as read between the lines, or
I
I
think
feel like it might be
so.
read between the lines.
I think it would be. I want it to be like coming down the grapevine type of deal.
Yeah. It's
Because
like, hey, we'd
I
like
don't
to
want
giving
to.
you
do
a
this. Can
certain
you
vibe?
I mean, we could just ask outright, but I don't know. He already his disposition to us isn't the greatest.
Yeah.
So he's going to be less inclined to do a favor for us, and if anything, it might hinder us because he would tell a bird and be like, oh, these guys try to come to me for a favor, trying to make you look
Yeah,
favorably
yeah.
upon him.
Yeah.
And Muradin doesn't like us. So I think it's best if if we just
Okay, okay.
humbly walk in and ask for help.
This is gonna be an unpleasant conversation.
Yeah. All right,
I
and
guess we're
then
going through setting up meetings and all that stuff.
yes, Rohini is available.
You're trying to like go through like you're making an appointment kind of level of trying to meet him.
Proper
Yeah.
channels, proper channels.
Proper channels.
All the proper channels. Meeting with some of the younger. Well, they're not deep keepers. The younger alkalites, they are able to basically put together a time during the 6 months after the day of naming for you guys because Thardan is like psychotically busy.
Hmm.
No, not the day of naming because we're back to we're back to December.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
The day of remembrance for the slayers and the dead. Basically he meets with you guys in late November, so like a month before the trial. At which point he meets you guys not in that total ceremonial garb that he so often tries to put himself in when he's assigning Samter one of his great tasks, but something that he just wears at the Great Forge when he's doing his work. Like,
Mhm.
there's gold thread in the stitching, but it's still just a blacksmith's apron, really.
Hmm.
And he's just waiting for you kind of in the public chamber for the Temple of Moradin. Hands on his hips, with a scowl on his face.
So his normal face.
Hmm.
How do you approach him?
Uh, why is my heart beating so fast?
Breathe.
Gavin just pats you on the shoulder.
Hey, you're in this as well. What do you
Can we all-
mean? About as much shit as I'm in. Eventually, it's not. Do we be respect? Like, do we be like, fuck?
We need to be respectful, but not like simping.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is the best way I can
Kissing
describe
ass.
this.
I guess
Not sucking up.
yeah, like a standard greeting to the high deep. I a standard greeting to like a high deep keeper. I don't know what that'd be.
Standard greeting for someone above you socially.
Yeah.
You
I
could put
think
it like that.
generally the dwarves would not have individualized greetings other than just a forearm shake.
Oh, then I go in for the forearm shake.
So, Jabet.
He nods to you, waiting for you to start the conversation.
You got this.
Am I the one who's gonna be talking here?
Yes.
Pretty much.
That was Daniel's whole spiel about I'm not good at execution.
Oh my
You
god!
This is why
Look,
you
I'm
have
good at
advantage.
telling and finding the information. I'm not good at dealing with it. If I think
Oh.
of something useful to say, I will, but this is not my strongest suit.
All right.
you have Eagle Splendor now,
Mm,
so it's an advantage on charisma checks.
yeah. Fuck. I hate this feeling. Ugh.
You got
It's
this.
never.
We're
And it's
back to
never
the
gonna go
cathedral,
away.
aren't we?
We're back to the cathedral. I know it's never going to go away because this is how we play campaigns. Okay. Essentially, to fuck to pretty much to get straight to the point. As you know, we're trying to make a fledgling grok currently.
Some modicum of success.
We've successfully made an emblem doom for it and everything. We're trying to, boost the economy and trying to create mines and all that stuff. But
And
one
I
thing that
congratulate you on that.
thank you, we appreciate it. But one thing that we are severely lacking in, obviously, is going to be knowledge and wisdom of old, as we do not have one. We do not have a living ancestor there currently to help us along the way to help teach the young, nor do we have a great library as Croc Osgold to read upon. Um, we were wondering if in the future down the road, if we could have some assistance from the deep keepers in helping teach, bring wisdom, helping everybody learn how to help manage the Karak. Because the deep keepers help manage the Karak in a way, correct, Josh?
The Deep Keepers are basically, when it comes to minor disputes, they are mediators. When it comes to teaching and maintaining integrity in professions, that's where they're involved. When it comes to training warriors, just general warriors, they are involved. And anything that involves fire, which is a lot.
It's you're wondering if you could spare some resources or teachers and help us learn the things that we don't know and also be able to help us um, uphold the traditional values of dwarves that we've held on to for so long and do.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Yes.
Advantage.
I wish I had settled.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, good thing I gave that to you.
The 31 is still really good, but that nat 20 though.
His thumbs unhook from behind his hips, and his hands slowly move up into crossed arms. And he just kind of studies you with a kind of almost a new understanding. And he looks over at Cathra and raises an eyebrow.
What's he asking me?
What do you think?
I of course agree with Samter. I think that we are lacking in the wisdom of older generations. Any help that you could provide us would be greatly appreciated.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Probably not as well as Samter.
Good thing I have inspirations.
Or are you going to save those for the trial?
Exactly.
holding
I
on
should
to
give this
mine.
product.
Oh,
19, still pretty
19's good.
good.
Well, without the
With
six,
with a
but, you know, yeah.
423.
I mean, I shouldn't have had the buffs. I just didn't turn them off from the rolls earlier because I forgot about that.
There.
Because I don't think I can guidance without him knowing I'm spellcasting. So
No.
Yeah. So 19.
He slowly nods his head 3 times. And you kind of see him chew a little bit at the corner of his mouth. 2 foolish little children requesting the help of their elders and humbling themselves. That's a step in a direction I did not think you would take. A step in the right direction, certainly. And what specifically would you ask of the High Deep Keeper of the oldest Carrick south of Dunmorrow?
would it be? Is he asking like what would you ask of me personally?
He's saying be more specific.
I guess. This is Ethan speaking out loud. I want to preference
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I want to preference this. This is Ethan speaking out loud. I guess it would be for either him or I guess someone or another deep keeper to come out to make sure we're doing the religious services correct. The proper paperwork. We are like, essentially doing things correct and guiding us along the way. Is that right, guys? Is that kind of
Pretty
what
much.
I
Yeah,
think so,
pretty much.
yeah.
we're looking for? A mentor and a guide,
Yeah.
essentially, is what it is.
Yeah.
And then
Someone
I'll
who can make sure that we know what we're doing.
yes, and correct our follies, and to well grant us wisdom. You know, I will say that to him.
I already feel like I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah.
I probably would have said rather than kind of teach our follies, more kind of give us advice on our
Yeah,
follies.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
advice is
I would
it's
better.
phrase it.
as
Yeah.
advice and a mentor. Now, should I say mentor?
In
I
Because
think advisor and guidance are probably
an
the
advisor
closest
and
to what we're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
okay, we are
We're playing with a lot of semantics here. It's like I don't know what's important.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
are looking for someone to guide and advise us on the way to make sure we are properly upholding and doing what the deep keepers of old have always done.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Do I still have advantage or is it on the one roll?
I believe you still have advantage for as long as the Eagle's Splendor lasts.
Okay. 15?
Inspiration reroll that.
Okay. That's just a one roll, Josh, not with advantage.
No, it's reroll with advantage.
Okay. 27.
That's
There
better.
we go.
Okay, that's
Went from a 3 to a 15.
Yeah.
Worth.
Yep.
And you would sacrifice your own autonomy to request such a thing.
I look over to Catherine. Look back. It's like, yes.
We want our autonomy and our freedom, but we don't want it completely separate from dwarven culture and all the traditions and values that have guided us for so long.
Ooh, he liked that. He liked that. Can you roll me a persuasion check with advantage?
Nice. Oh.
Nice.
I knew I took persuasion and proficiency persuasion for a reason.
I have underestimated you, Samter Hornbelly, and Cathra Ironfrost. Though you are both failures, perhaps not always will you be one. I will acquiesce to your request. You will
Holy
have the
shit.
knowledge of our ancestors.
Thank you.
The fact.
Whatever, I guess, respectful bow, respectful forum. I don't know. Sandra.
Mm,
It's like, thank you so much, High Deep Keeper Tharden.
I will say, I never thought dealing with the torrents problems would have ended up basically solving your guys' problems.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming at all.
I didn't either.
Once
Someday, maybe.
Once where you step, young son Lenore, he says,
Yes.
and goodbye to you.
Wow.
Wow.
Someday,
Um,
maybe, in 1,000 years, we will get a compliment from Tharden that isn't backhanded. But probably
when
not.
you
You okay there, Ethan?
Yeah.
Some really good rolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some very good rolls.
Yeah.
Did we end up with anything below a 15 in that series using inspiration once? Nope.
No.
No.
Uh,
This is what I mean by having good rolls will get you very
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
That will
Yep.
have certainly earned you something.
Oh, that was stressful.
Oh my gosh.
uh,
Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Get our goddamn awesome garb on.
yeah.
Get get blinged out.
Get blinged out.
Get
Damn
fancied up.
right.
Get that drip.
Yes, sir. That chain will hang low. And it wobble. And it will
I-
wobble to and
I
fro.
hate it so much.
Gotta make our outfit look on fleek.
So the time has come that the Council of the Greater Hammers is being adjourned. After this 12 months of decision making, you are called back into that same chamber. Its barren halls is a stark reminder of the seriousness of this occasion. As the three leaders of the greater clans stand up in unison, the ancestors and the elders all take their seats behind the stone plinths. As the establishment begins, Murden begins by saying, "We gather here to determine who will preside with the great wisdom and understanding of the ancestors, handed down to us by the great ancestor gods of Morden, Grungi, and Baranar. It is this day that those accused and those accusing will choose to dismiss one of the honorable elders and honorable ancestors, for reasons that they will state clearly and with gentleness. First will be the accused. The party of five said to have broken and entered into the workshop of one Petrick Goldheart. Stand and choose your dismissal.
We're
And
choosing
know that we are all listening carefully.
So we're choosing Fanruck, correct, guys?
Yeah.
We are choosing Fanric.
Fanruck
Yes, because he
Volgrund.
has business
He
dealings
has
with Patrick.
stakes with my
Recent
father.
business dealings that would give that we
Monetary
believe
value.
Would lead to him to a lack of impartiality.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
That's a hard
Sandra's the
word to
one doing
say.
it.
Yeah. Sanders on
Sandra
sign
stands up. Josh, would it be proper to say the accused?
Yes.
Jeopardy.
Oh my gosh. Sandra stands up. The accused have chosen the Honorable Fernruck Volgrund to be dismissed from the council. Council or jurors?
Jurors.
Jurors. To be dismissed
Jury?
from the amongst the jurors. The reason being stated as the Honorable Fenruck Volgrund has had recent business dealings with Petrick, with I guess the accuser. Is that right, Josh? The accuser. Is that what it was?
Petrick is the accuser.
Okay. With the accuser Petrick Goldheart. We believe that may lead to what was the term, guys?
A lack of
Impartial
impartiality.
decisions.
A lack of impartiality.
Is that all you're gonna say?
That's all. I think that's all. Right?
Make
Think so.
Know what else there would be?
Yeah, that's it.
make me a persuasion check.
Sick.
We'll
21.
take a 21.
Can I have one person make me an insight check?
Here's the best insight.
I have a +8.
Yeah.
You do it then. I've only got a 3.
I only have a 4.
Dice gods be ever in our favors. Not a physics.
Hell yeah. Can we go back to our little who likes who chart?
Oh. But the mood setting.
I know.
A different background on this map.
That would just ruin everything.
Probably.
So it seems that Murden and Moira are not bothered by this.
Good.
However, when you end at impartiality, you notice that, or Catherine, you notice that Falstad is kind of like leaning forward, expecting more,
Mm-hmm.
and then almost
Or is he
disappointed leans back into his chair.
What more is he expecting? I guess I'm not sure I understand.
Reason for impartiality.
Mm.
You never stated the reason.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
they were in business dealings.
I don't think Samter said that in this official
I did.
report.
Yeah, he
Oh,
I
did.
okay,
did.
Said
Never,
that they
never
were in
mind.
recent business dealings.
Never mind then.
Cool.
My bad.
So are they all unbothered then, or?
They're all unbothered by this.
Okay.
In fact, Murden kind of slightly shakes his head up and down. He seems to think that that was the right decision for this.
Good.
Yay.
Yeah.
Approval.
Yay.
With that, Falstad stands up and he turns to Fenric and placing his hands together, his right hand in the balled fist, the other hand holding over it, and his knuckles facing himself, he says to Fenric, "We thank you for your time, honored ancestor, and we ask that you not give any more of it to this preciously humble council. You may return to your home, and we wish you the best under the eyes of Moradin, Baranar, and Grungi." With that, Fenric inclines his head, and he stands up, and without a word or even a single emotion on his face, walks out of the room. Can
What
I
about
have somebody else make me an insight? Not somebody else, but can I have another person make me an insight check?
I'll do it.
I'll do the next one if there is one. I have a 9.
Actually, you do it. You do it, man.
Nah.
I have? Well, it could be Catherine again. There's just someone make an insight check.
Yeah. Catherine, do it again.
Quite as good. Not bad though.
Never mind then.
Not good
Okay.
enough.
Continuing on, Moira is the next to speak, and she looks to Petrick and says, "The accuser will now dismiss one of the elders or ancestors by their choice, citing a reason that they believe is true and honorable among the council." Patrick, standing opposite to you guys at his own little stone. What did we say they were last time?
Podium?
Desk?
Plinth?
Desk.
Podium?
Plinth?
Desk?
Podium? Whatever it is.
Rock?
Rock!
You
Rock.
Let's just go with rock.
He looks among all of the different members there, and he says, what did I write down? He was gonna say. The accused would like to dismiss Honorable Ancestor Bamin.
you
To
guys.
accused now?
We were correct.
Accuser would
Okay.
like to dismiss Honorable Ancestor Bamin. The reason that I believe he is too absorbed in the dealings of other kingdoms and is not focused on the inward strifes of the Dawi, and that which is most important right now. The establishment of a peaceful and constructive new order in the time of strife.
Interesting.
Gonna roll for him. What is his persuasion?
-12.
Negative
I
12.
mean, he is a wizard. He is a wizard.
Well, it's also an NPC too.
Oh yeah, he doesn't follow y'all's rules.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
alive for many hundreds of years. He's had plenty of time to gain ASIs.
Good.
Now I don't know if it's as good as Santer's, but
All
Well,
right.
let's pray. Let's pray it's not.
Can I have someone else make me an insight check? Again, it doesn't need to be someone else, but just somebody make me an insight check.
I'm assuming it's just gonna be me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably.
you got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, the most.
Damn.
You don't get any new information out of this.
Sad.
As Ethan is to persuasion, Danielle is to insight.
So, the honorable
like we've seen this.
ancestors and elders have been dismissed, and tomorrow begins the true trial of Torek and company under the accusations of Petrick Goldheart. Be here tomorrow at the same time. You are to establish the facts of what happened that day 1 year ago, and only the facts. Leave emotion at the door as a warrior would his tools. And come with an open mind to what you may not know. With that, I would like everybody to make me an insight check. Everybody.
19.
Thank God I'm here.
From there.
Let's go.
Everyone who has rolled above a 20 may ask me the position of a juror or judge.
So, move here.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you want to ask about Fime? Or I guess Murden to see if it worked.
Possibly.
I want to see about Murden.
Murden is neutral.
Let's
Nice.
go!
Never thought I'd say this in my life, but hey, thanks, started.
I told you, did the grapevine.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Oh.
Murden is positive.
Oh.
Yo!
Oh.
We're sent to third in a fruit basket.
With fish oil?
With no
Oh.
fish.
No,
oil.
no
No!
fish oil.
Pickle herring?
No!
Nope.
Yeah, but
Just
I
for-
signed a deadly nightshade.
Oh my god. I told you guys, through the grapevine. Let's go! My brain is so huge. Oh my god.
Do you
It
guys...
only took us like 4 hours of planning.
So there's a possibility of us like getting this dropped if we can somehow sway fucking Paulstead on our side.
If
What
you-
what is 2 out of 3 gain to you?
2 out of 3? You have to.
Yeah.
It has to be a unanimous decision.
Okay.
Like unanimous.
So until they
decision
all
to
agree,
punish?
we just stay in trial or what?
It has to be a unanimous decision for you to get out of it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It's heavily weighted against the accused.
Hmm.
So, do you guys need a minute or two to workshop what you're going to state as the facts?
I
Yes.
think that's a
Probably
very good
yes.
idea.
That
Well,
is
then
a.
I'll be
So-
right back. Y'all go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
So
I can
the
write
facts.
things down.
We went to well, go get Derek,
Yep.
because we were concerned that we could not reach him
Yes.
through a paper bird, because the paper
Yes.
bird didn't work when we tried to send it.
We're giving
Yes.
justifications today. I don't know if that falls under this category.
Well,
No,
it's just given facts.
Yeah. So maybe we tried to
I
reach
sent a
Derek
message.
via Paperbird. It failed,
Yes.
which then led to us.
Yes.
Led to us investigating.
Yep. And
Um,
investigation
of the ancient smithing place, which we went through. We we found the door that lead into a giant battleground, right? Training center. We walked inside, activated the two things. They attacked us. We didn't destroy them. They stopped working. And then we went into his private sanctuary. Upon doing so, we saw the notes and we opened up his chest. In the chest, we saw the diamonds. We took the diamonds. Afterwards, we tried to leave. The door shut with wall of stone. I and Toric, I used the spell Dimension Door to go outside. Petrick asked us to sit. We sat and we waited. And then the other group would tell their side of the story
Um,
about
we
how they've
broke out
run.
of we broke out of the wall. And then I'm saying we went around,
Hmm.
and we basically, I would just say that we attacked one of the golems that was at the door,
Hmm.
defeated that one, and then we went to battle against Tharden to save our allies.
Against Petrin.
Not Tharden.
Not Tharden.
Samter and Toric, against Petrick. And there was it 9? It was a 7 or 9 mercenaries of Klingenden.
I don't
I could be
remember.
wrong.
I guess we can ask Josh.
Squad, I don't know.
A squad of mercenaries from Klingenden.
Yeah.
Did anybody fight them? The mercenaries. I know Samter didn't.
The most I
Not
did
that I
was use a
recall.
shardle on stride to get past them, which may have burned them a little.
Okay.
I don't think I ever even had vision on the Clayton guys. Now
I
that I'm thinking about it.
know Samter didn't fight him at all. He healed.
Mimir was attacked by a few of them.
So you attacked in defense.
It was something like that. It was
Self-defense.
it was more they attacked Mimir,
Yeah.
and Mimir defended himself.
Yes. And then we pretty much escaped.
I don't know if this is relevant, but we did snatch more than the diamonds. We basically took everything in that room because
Yeah.
we didn't really know what any
The
of it was, so we
notes.
just grabbed all of it.
Yeah, we grabbed the notes and the diamonds. And did we grab his money?
Yeah, we did.
And we grabbed his money. And then
It
later
was
on,
basically, we don't have time to sort through this, grab everything and leave.
Yeah.
and then should we say or no, or should we wait till the blaming to say what we found in the diamonds?
I feel like that's part of the facts, though, is that there were
Okay.
people in the diamonds.
And after we got back to our homes, we discovered that there was people in the diamonds via the imprisonment spell.
Should we mention before that we did get in contact with Derek via sending and what he told us about
Yes.
being
Yes.
somewhere where we didn't know what he was? Because I feel like that's important.
That is very important.
Yes.
And also we should mention prior contact with Derek, maybe.
Yeah.
And with
Well,
the
like, the prior
flowers.
contact with Derek is how we realized that the contacting Derek failed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't quite know where this goes into, like, the next day. I don't know what exactly the line is, but...
am
I
here
mean,
for
maybe
any
just
questions.
mention what?
I'm here for questions.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Maybe
Um,
just that Torque had been in contact with him via Paperbird previously, and then it
It's-
failed, which prompted us to investigate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we used sending after that. I
And
don't remember like the
found-
exact wording of what he told us,
I
other than
do-
something about stone dwarves and not knowing where he was.
I did not write down the sending message. But I wrote Derek's initial letter back down.
Yes. And with the flowers.
Yes. Is the flowers necessary information, though?
To describe where Derek was, leading us, which I think so, in a way.
So I guess question number one here is, how much context is necessary at this point, and how much would be more on the whole day of blame or whatever it's called?
I guess we could say we were in prior contact with Derek
Well,
via
I'm asking
Paperbird.
Josh.
Yeah. Sorry.
One more time.
Like, how much is, like, added context, like, before the crime? Is that from something we would stay as fact today, or add in with the blaming the next day?
If that's
Like all of our
kinda-
previous communications with Derek and then the failure thereof.
if you the way it is like you just say it as it is. Don't say because of this we did this.
Mhm.
Say we did this, we did this, we did this.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We sent a
The
Paperbird.
the whole point is to keep intent totally separate from fact.
Gotcha.
So it'd be we sent Paperbird to Derek. It failed, so we sent a sending message. And
Came
Derek,
back with that message, yeah.
yeah, it came back
Stating
with
that
that
you didn't know
message.
where he was and that they were steel dwarves.
Yes,
Mhm.
it came back with that message, and then we don't say in response, and then we just say after that we did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
It's so hard because, like, the natural communication urges to want to
Yes.
explain and elaborate.
yes.
That's the point.
Yes, that's very difficult.
And then after that, we went to the ancient. It was an ancient workshop, correct? That Petrick had custody over, or just Petrick's workshop.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
the red-
after that, we investigated, which led us to the workshop, from what
Yes.
I recall of the timeline.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if we want to go into that, but I'm pretty sure that's what we did.
Yeah, and then we investigated, found the last known position of Derek, went to the place, then we fought two automatons,
Yeah.
ancient dwarven
Yep.
automatons, entered
Yeah.
and beat them, entered Petrick's room.
Well, we entered and they attacked us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
entered. I guess we better say would it be better to say a room or a
I mean, we don't know
battle?
for sure if that was. Well, we do know for sure
Yeah.
that was Petrick's room.
Well,
Yeah.
then we entered a room, and then two automatons fought us.
Yeah.
Then we entered a smaller room, which had the notes written by Petrick and diamonds, as well as his gold.
Yeah. We took the diamonds, notes, and money. We tried to
Try to leave. A
because our
wall of
entrance was
stone.
blocked,
Yeah, the entrance was blocked when we tried to leave.
and the cloud kill.
And Cloud Killed came, and then Torek and Samter dimension doored outside. saw Petrick and was it 7, Josh?
6.
6
That's right about 6.
mercenaries of Clengadin. Or Clengadin is mercenaries? Mercenaries of Clengadin? What do we call it,
Yes.
Josh? Mercenaries of Clengadin.
Silverbeard mercenaries.
Silverbeard mercenaries. And then Petrick told Center and Torek to sit. And we did.
Took our magic items.
Petrick took our magic items. And then obviously the others who were there for the rest of that would have explained what they did. And then
I think basically just after not hearing anything from you or seeing you start to try and break through the wall, we drew the conclusion that obviously something bad had happened to you. So we broke out the side way through the chasm
but you
and looped
did you
around.
looped around. Then you guys fought another ancient dwarven automaton.
We encountered another automaton. It attacked us, we fought.
Mhm.
We reconvened.
Fought. Then we reconvened.
Not Tharden. Petrick symboled everyone.
Mhm.
Well, really only symboled Torek and his dudes.
No, he hit all of us, he just only
Oh, yeah.
sympathied you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
true.
ran away. Upon returning home, we discovered that the diamonds held dwarves inside. Dirk Goldhart, his son. Dalrome. Where is it? Where is it?
Belly.
Dalrome Firebelly of the clan Kazvar, and Arabella Sten of clan Gunnison. Is there anything else we need to add to that?
I don't know.
That is all the facts that we have. We can't be lame, blame, and intent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if we missed anything that's gonna come back to haunt us.
Yeah. I would say.
Because just with our collective, garbage memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened, word for word, the literal stripped down
Yep.
list
It
of
is.
everything that happened, and that's
Yeah,
what's being.
I can't think of anything that we're missing. I think if we're missing anything, it's because we as players forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we roll a history check to see if we're forgetting anything?
You did roll me a history check.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Can I do it, Josh?
History.
Is this
Can
for
all
everyone?
of us?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
this is everyone checking their own memory. This was a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torek remembers surprisingly much considering she was asleep for half of it.
Emil.
I'm gonna
That's
guidance. Probably
plus
myself.
1 meter guidance myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guide yourself, Catherine.
Guidance
Smack
myself.
yourself in the face. Come on, remember.
18.
Guidance always gets you
19.
ones when it's important, isn't it?
I know.
Uh,
It's okay, we've got Emil who apparently is just great at all of these checks.
He's young. He's
The
still
child
young.
has a good
Abra.
memory.
And perhaps DM Josh has missed when you mentioned this. Do you guys remember killing the slice and dice ball?
Oh, and the slice
Did
and
you
dice
now?
ball. The slice and dice ball. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like now that you say that, yes, but prior, absolutely not. No.
As we were investigating, we encountered a unknown automaton to us, and it attacked us first.
Its nameplate was red, it needed to die.
Josh, is that correct? It attacked us first.
Yes.
Okay. And we defended ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think we attacked anything in there that did not show us
Yeah.
hostile intent.
We purposefully avoided the guards that were just kind of standing there and would have seen us, so.
Yeah.
Because we know we didn't want to kill anybody.
We did not plan to encan this.
We did not plan to kill our own blood.
Yeah.
But that's intention. That's not fact.
Yeah.
It's neither here nor there.
Hearsay objection.
Take this.
Those are words. We choose to ignore them. All right.
So
Are we good?
is that everything?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
I
I
can't
get to
think
see
of
who the
anything else either.
two. You see who the two new people are on the council, on the
Please be
jurors.
Yeah.
Menbo. Please be Menbo. Please be Menbo.
Can somebody roll me 2d5?
I'll roll them.
Yes.
Please remember. Please, God.
Huh.
Roll another one because we can't just have the same person.
No, we can have Menbo twice.
4.
4.
That's a shame. It's not Menfo.
Aw.
God damn it.
It's
Menfo
Menbo
was,
5.
It was
Menfo was
inspiration.
5.
I was almost certain
Aw.
she was.
Sucks that we can't do inspiration for that.
So
Well, we can.
as you
Yeah.
guys come into the day of fact, the two new members of the council are Lufu Kasvar and Besram Gunnison.
Intriguing.
Were they on the list that we had? The first list of all 9 of them we had before?
Jack?
I accidentally deleted my list. Daniel, do you still have the full list somewhere? Scroll up.
Not in my notes, I don't
All
think.
right, view all chant entries for the game.
It's that part of the night. But
Good list of the 5 for the list.
No, but it is interesting they're in the same clans as the imprisonment doors.
Hmm.
Oh,
Something to mention.
that's what we're
Oh.
gonna mention.
So, as they all take their seats, Muradin, typically as he always does, taking the lead, addresses the whole council and says, "This is the day of fact. The accuser, Petrick Goldheart, and the accused, Torek and company, are here to establish what happened 1 year ago. And just what happened. This is a statement of fact. Leave all emotion and bias at the door. We will begin with the accused. What happened on that day 1 year ago?"
Josh, do we need to go over what we just went, or could we just?
I want you to say it.
Only wrote it out, so that's good.
Yeah, we have a baseline.
Is it only one person's allowed to say, Josh? Or can multiple people get up and say?
Multiple people can, but if anyone ever crosses any wires here, it's going to take a
Mhm.
huge hit to your reputation among the court.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's best to if you don't need to talk, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
All right. Samter stands up, which everybody in the court can now guess Samter is the charismatic one. The group wearing the new ceremonial robe that we've made.
Nazi.
Looking all fancy in the hair and the beard. Anyhow, the accused shall now state the facts of what happened that day. All right, Ethan, don't forget. Ethan, don't forget. Ethan, don't forget. Um. Okay, okay. Now Ethan has forgotten
What have you forgotten?
how to start it.
Oh.
We're starting with
Starting with, I think,
we have prior.
first communications with Derek.
Mm, we had reached the server. Torque had got into contact with Derek Goldhart through a paper bird through communication. It was a couple of days after that, right? And we sent that again.
Amter just
It
turns to the rest of
was
the party. That was a couple days, right?
a couple
We're
of
just like holding
weeks
up note
after.
cards.
We'll
He's
send her
got
out
a
no cards.
teleprompter.
This is Ethan asking.
Derek
Well, I think
responded about like a couple weeks after. This was after we had gotten back from the Ice Spire.
Okay.
the
It's
other
a
And
time
we
couple.
one
like
was
had
like
sent
weeks
the
ago
message
for us
before
IRL.
going on the Ice Spire.
Well, we don't need to talk about the ice fire.
Well, yeah.
And Derek sent us back a message. And then, then after that, we waited a couple of weeks. Was it a couple of days? I'm sorry, guys.
It was a couple weeks.
How many weeks?
Like 2?
I need fact.
I don't remember.
I
Gosh.
don't think it matters that much.
Okay.
This is really just context for what we're leading up to.
Yes.
And then a year ago, Torque tried to get into contact with Derek again via Paper Bird. Except this time, the Paper Bird failed. And with increasing worry, Torque decided to do a sending message. I recite what the message was that we got sent back from Derek. Does anybody have that saved?
I don't remember
I don't think any
what
of us
I
have
sent.
the exact phrasing, but I basically sent something asking him if he was okay and where he was, and he replied that he didn't know where he was, but there were strange stone dwarves around.
Yeah.
The sending we sent asked if he was okay and where he was. The sending we received back from Derek Goldhart was he was in strange environments and surrounded by metal dwarves. And as such, we investigated. And upon investigation, we discovered the last known location of Derek was in the workshop of Petrick Goldhart. We entered the workshop of Petrick Goldhart, and upon some investigation, we encountered it was a gold-balled automaton that I do not know the name of,
I don't think any of us do.
No.
and it attacked us upon seeing us, and we defended ourselves against it. Upon defeating it, we investigated some more and we found a room. Upon entering the room, there was 2 metal dwarves. Those the ancient dwarves, right, guys?
Yeah.
The ancient. What are the name of them? I'm getting too literal. I'm sorry.
We could just say,
I mean,
like, discovered
ancient-
ancient dwarven constructs.
Yeah,
Just go with that.
we encountered
Proper nouns.
we encountered 2 ancient dwarven constructs, and upon entering the room, they powered up and attacked us. And we defended ourselves from them, and then And upon taking too much damage, they shut down. And in that bigger room, there was a smaller room, which we entered. And upon entering the room, we found notes and papers, as well as in the chest, there were diamonds and the money. We took the diamonds, we took the money, and we took some of the notes and paper to read later. Upon trying to leave, a wall of stone blocked the doorway, and the spell Cloud Kill was casted inside. In an effort to try and get out, myself, I casted the spell Dimension Door with Torque in tow to outside into the bigger room, where we encountered Petrick Goldheart and six. Was it? Josh, was it six door? Was it the Silverbeards? Is that right?
Silverbeard.
Silverbeard. Six Silverbeards. Petrick Goldheart told us to sit and hand over our magic weapons, which we obliged to do, and we sat and we waited. So who's telling the next part, guys? Who wants to do that? Cathro, Ymir?
What's that?
Who's telling the next part? Because
Yeah,
that's
the people who stayed in the room.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then, so if it's going to be Ymir, I'm going to say Ymir Dark Iron will explain the facts of what happened with the other three of our companions.
I would
And I sat
explain
back down.
the other three. I'll explain how we first gather up all the material, gather up everything, and secondly, I will describe how we basically busted open the side, and then we got out. We flew around the 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 fucking
chasm.
chasm right there. Yeah, we fucking flew around the chasm, came around, attacked the golem that was defending the main door, defeated that,
No.
and then get in there to get to Petrick and our allies.
Is that all Ymir's going to say?
Yes, and then I go back to
And you described up to
basically us getting back to you and Petrick and open up the door.
Yeah.
Let's
Mhm.
open up the door
When
to
the
you
combat
guys.
started.
yes.
Yeah.
I stand back up, and upon the starting of combat, we tried to escape, but before we did, Petrick casted the spell Symbol, dealing damage to us and the Silverbeards around as we were trying to run away. And upon escape, we noticed something weird inside the diamonds, so we investigated. We discovered there was 3 Dawi in the diamonds. One of them was Dalrum Firebelly of the clan Kazvar. The second was Arabella Sten of the clan Gunnison. And finally was Derek Goldheart. And what's the clan, Gale?
Vorgrund.
Of clan Vorgrund. And I go, and wait, should I produce the crystals, guys? Produce the diamonds.
Okay.
And
I don't know, is showing evidence a thing that we do, Josh?
Yeah.
I then proceed to take out, as I'm saying their names, I proceed to take out each of the diamonds with a respective person inside of them.
An attendant that you have not seen, in fact was not there, appears around one of the bends of the circular room, presumably from a hidden door, and as you produce each of these, picks them up, places them on a small silver tray, and then moves around the room, gesturing and showing them to the elders and the clan leaders, returning them to you at the end.
And I'll keep them out and on display. And that's everything, right, guys?
Yes.
And I get after that is I would say that we have discovered that the spell used to put them in the diamond was the high level spell called imprisonment. That is all the facts that the accused have. I go and I sit down.
Can you roll me a persuasion check? And Mimir, can you roll me a persuasion check?
All right.
22.
Nice.
I'm gonna
reroll
reroll
that.
that.
Okay.
I'll do it mine first.
Do mine.
Do mine.
There we
Okay,
go.
that's better.
There we
Yay!
Who has inspiration
Oh.
left?
I think just Evan.
7.
Oh my god.
We don't need it.
Noted.
Insight checks?
I will allow a single insight check.
Catherine,
Catherine.
Yeah, I'm on it. I just made a button.
16.
You do not gain any new insights.
Sad.
The dice have betrayed me. I must find refreshment to sacrifice.
After that, Falstad gestures to Petrick and says, "What fact do the accuser produce to support this trial?" Petrick stands up, clinking gold all over his body. And he clears his throat, which echoes throughout the hall. And he begins by saying, "I am Petrick Goldheart, certified Rune Lord, Carrick Asgal. I run 4 workshops, 2 rune carving workshops, 1 experimental workshop, and then 1 smithing workshop. In total, I employ 200 Dawi, 13 of them certified masters within their craft. I established an experimental workshop 4 years ago under the public eye of Carrick Asgal, whose purpose is to research lost technology of Dawi. We discovered many old constructs, none of them working. We refurbished and re-established 2 ancient constructs and defenders of Carrick Asgal to working condition. The first casualty was one of these constructs. It was destroyed using a fist, a longsword, and a stave, and magic. A cast has been made of each of these weapons, and I produce them now. As he produces basically lead castings that almost match your guys' weapons. One of them is like the front half of Torik's fist. The other is one of the quarterstaffs that very often Samter makes. And the other is a lead-shaped longsword that is identical to that of Mimir. based upon these pieces of evidence and the testimony of the accused, they destroyed an old protector of the Carrick. I have researched the creation of similar defenders using the power of the divine grudge gold, of which I have secured much. In total, I have spent 423,000 units of grudge gold in the creation of 4 constructs, 3 of which were destroyed in this event. I was working in the experimental workshop on the refurbishment of another ancient defender when I was alerted to an intruder within my workshop. I first sent a small familiar of mine own as he pulls out a small cat that he then places on the tray, which bit odd to say the distance.
Put a cat on a tray.
The cat remains
My
stocked
evidence cat.
perfectly motionless, however, as it is moved around the room. I have worked to protect my workshop through extreme measures, but not lethal ones. All spells have strict condition to knock unconscious and incapacitate foes. As such, mortal danger was never present on either side, he says, looking over at your group, of this encounter. Upon confirming individuals within my workshop with my familiar, I proceeded to gather my guards, 6 of them that I have hired for personal protection, and proceeded to my own sanctum. When things seemed... Nope, he wouldn't say that, my bad. When confronted, I declared Auric Goldheart to be my enemy, which triggered a symbol and an antipathy-sympathy spell, succeeding only on Toric. The sympathy spell brought her close, but she was stopped through the use of magic that I believe to be suggestion. After the symbol was activated, my soldiers and I proceeded to give chase after the individuals fled. Before they had fled, I had taken several choice magic items from Samter, Hornbelly, and Toric. He produces all of them. Stop trying to steal people.
Is he not?
That depends on your definition.
Depends on your point of view.
The three
My
Dawi
point of view, the Jedi are evil.
were sealed after 3 specific events. Let me get their names up because even Josh doesn't remember them. Oh gosh, I gotta scroll back.
Dalrum.
Dalrum Firebelly, after a drunken night, arrived in the workshop and destroyed 40,000 gold pieces worth of machinery and tools.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, we're not defending him.
Arabella Sten returned after attempting to complete a grudge involving demons of the plague. Derek Goldheart was sealed after a vision of great calamity and research supporting the arrival of the demon lord Manaroth, Lord of Blood, in the far north, as supported by the arrival of the Slayer King, Vandar Bronzebeard. After fleeing the workshop, pursuit was not made, and a report to the guards of Clangeddon and Moradin and Deepkeepers and record keepers of Grungi were made. Only then was the group summoned back to the Carrick. He is then going to make a persuasion check. 2 of them, actually. And having a Bardus really helped you guys.
I miss Ilda's ability to give just people terrible rolls.
Oh, okay, one of those is really good.
Oh.
No. Evan, use your inspiration to make him reroll it.
Is Evan even here?
I don't know.
Evan, you here?
Oh,
Ah, Hero. Would you like to
Noted.
reroll? Or never mind.
he better roll terribly.
You are not allowed to have nice things.
You have negated a natural 20.
Worse?
Oh,
Oh, thank goodness.
Hell yeah, Evan.
Oh yeah, Evan.
No more reroll.
We live and die by the dice.
Who could he sway here? Probably her.
No one, he sucks.
You seem to think so.
I do think so.
No, I know so.
I will say the one good thing about Patrick is that we somehow united and got the 2 people that were in beef with another old ass dwarf to settle their beef with him. To continue
I
to
would
pick up
not
this new
call
piece,
it settled.
No.
or at least
We are
calm it
making
down a little bit.
progress.
In the
I am
face
sure
of
that
greater
was
adversary.
Yeah.
All right, so that
Yeah.
is the end of
It's
his.
just common enemy.
Yeah. With that, the council is very quickly dismissed. Can I have everybody roll me an insight check?
Hmm.
We would have been better off fighting Manaroth.
14. Ugh.
God damn it.
Yo, there we
Oh,
go.
thank God.
Fuck.
Everyone who has
Vandar.
rolled above a 20 may ask me the position of one member of the council. If you rolled above a 25, you may ask for 2.
Sorry, Danielle.
Okay, where's my notes?
Good.
Oh, whoops, I deleted this guy's name.
Rip.
The guy who didn't like us.
Oh gosh, I haven't been on the page for your guys' notes for a while.
Yeah.
Do you see why my notes are getting so long? Alright. Does anyone have anything they really want to know about?
I guess.
Falstad, I think.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys have a
Falstad.
better idea at this point.
Falstad's position, yeah.
My brain is fried from talking.
I don't blame you in the slightest.
Falstad is currently negative.
Status. Do we want to check Moradin again?
Suppose we can check Meriden again.
Let's do that.
Muradin has remained positive.
Sweet.
Good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, I don't know what Tharden said to him, but sweet.
Yeah.
Man, that's kissing some ass really did actually pay off.
Well,
This time.
you got one attitude improvement from Tharden, and you dismissed one that he didn't like.
Yep.
Nice.
So you got another attitude improvement from that.
Yeah.
Moradin
So,
will remember this.
Meriden will remember this.
Influence
someone
gained
gets-
with.
So
Somewhat after this, we just get more trouble with Meriden and his people.
now I suggest you guys, as you are dismissed from the establishment effect, to game plan for the next 7 or so minutes before we call the session what you're going to say during the establishment of blame.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be the fun part.
What does
This
the
is where
blame do, Josh? What is the?
This is where you plead your case. Why did you do what you did, and why is it worth doing what you did?
I think our best angle is probably leaning into Horik's concern for her brother's safety.
Which
Yeah.
is, not gonna lie, really weak. Why'd you do it? Oh, because, well,
I was worried about him.
we trusted. Well, like that's a bad way to say it.
Yeah, no, don't phrase it that way.
No. That's a bad way to say it. But it was. Torek had a bad feeling.
Whoa. I would
Okay,
say
that's
like
horrible.
this.
That's also.
I would say like this. In court, a bad angle to come from is only comes around when you don't know how to fucking figure out a solution, how not to bring it up in that light. So
Yes.
So from
Yeah.
from Ethan's point of view, it could sound very bad, but let's say from Danielle and Gail's, there could be a possible argument there. So in that light, Ethan, what might be the best argument in your idea? So we
The
can
best
probably-
argument that we have right now. Okay, the reason that we went is because of the concern that Torek had for their brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Derek had sent Torek flowers indicating imminent danger.
yes.
Maybe we should just say it was a message. The flower sounds tenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a that one of the messages that was sent had some hidden meanings behind it. And those meanings brought serious concern. I mean, when we could not reach Derek through Pepper Bird, we reached him through sending. And we heard that he did not know where he was. who was surrounded by ancient dwarven automatons, our concern rose to the roof. That also coupled with our investigation of asking the local, and also of asking former apprentices, and those around about Petrick's current not only whereabouts, but how he was as a person. And that's not
If I'm
seeing Petrick
wrong, but did
leave.
Derek mention in one of his messages that Petrick was becoming increasingly unstable? Because I feel like I remember that.
I feel like I
Yes.
remember that.
We have to find those sending messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm also
Good luck.
because I'm also thinking if we do have something like that says like, oh, he was getting unstable and more unstable, we can also bring in the fact that we were more scared for him and for some of
Yes.
If this just
mainly
crashes my computer.
yeah, just so he doesn't before basically he just before basically Patrick just goes full on insane.
Yeah. Derek was concerned. We were concerned as well, not only from Derek's messages, but also from the local opinion of
Yeah.
him and from the apprentices that we asked.
Yeah.
And that coupling with not seeing him for over 2 years leave the Red Horn mines
Yeah.
as well. We feared for the safety of not only, well, I guess we feared for the safety of Derek.
Yes. You'd say that.
That's really all we have.
Well, would I mean, what would be like the dwarven equivalent of like basic workers, right, Josh? Because
Humane working conditions.
yeah, what is humane working conditions for, or what is up to standard working conditions, humane working conditions for the war?
Hmm.
Because
What is
What
considered humane?
what is considered? I guess
what is a what
Dwayne.
is what is what is basically what is required by law for you
There it
to
is.
have?
Danielle found it.
Food
Praise
I
be.
did.
What is their OSHA?
OSHA says food and water 3 meals a day at the very least. Pay in equivalence to 20% of the revenue not revenue of profit generated by the apprentice. And this one's kind of vague. Situations that would not likely lead to the death of the apprentice.
Hmm.
So fighting. Okay, we asked Arabella if she's a fighter. If she's not a fighter, we can argue the case. We can argue the case that she was ill-equipped to go against demons of the plague, as we fought a plague bearer and have witnessed firsthand.
Yeah, we have
But
no a great unclean one. And if it is at least a fraction of its power, she was not a warrior, that would be endangering her.
and not only that, but the other apprentices as well.
Hmm.
So it'd be the mistreatment of apprentices.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other
I mean-
questions?
Um.
Did we,
Think about it.
Josh? Did we go into enough detail for the information we had for doing this for the first time?
I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
Just tell us we're
just-
doing a good job.
It's
Right, everyone, we're doing a good job.
Yay.
You're doing a great job on one front.
The hell does that
Yeah.
mean?
We don't have
Well,
a
I
lot
mean-
of blame necessarily.
We don't
It
have a lot
means
of
looking at the scoreboard. there are more positives than there are negatives.
Yeah, looking at
Good.
scoreboard. More positive than negatives. But our negatives are glaring.
Yeah.
So we will need to work on
Yeah,
that.
we are very clearly in the fault. 100%. There's no way we could talk our ways out of it.
I mean, we are guilty. That's kind of the end of the story.
Yeah, we
We
are
are
guilty.
guilty,
Yes.
but Petrick is also
We're guilty.
guilty.
We're guilty, but but our approach to be more. Here's a different claim, and with someone like Fime on the case, we might need to be more dogmatic about our approach, being like, yes, he did do these all evil things, and try to.
But
that would
If
kind
we
of look
do-
bad on us as well.
that would look, especially for Falstad.
Yeah.
For Falstad, it's like, they're
You're breaking tradition in a bad way.
yes.
But that's well. I'm saying if I'm saying that like if we that we would have to be more. We would have to be more. Like just a little bit semi-combative in a way with
Yes.
metrics. We will have to do it that way. That's what I'm mainly trying
We
to
are,
say.
we are fighting one of Josh's intelligent characters.
Well,
Which
I'm just
means
saying
we
we're
have
just
to be
fighting Josh.
intelligent too.
It's not really intelligent. Just more like it's also you gotta remember this guy has a lot of flaws that would basically be like no, let's not take that route. Let's not take that route. So that is a positive we do have here. Is
Torek will only bring up
is-
her personal beef with Petrick if it is required.
And
Yeah.
you have to make it sound good. It can't be
Yes.
obviously. Can't be he abused me.
Yeah.
You know, it would be he stopped my
Prevented
growth.
me from becoming the worker I was supposed to be.
yeah,
He hindered your
Yeah.
growth. Essentially, is going to be what it is.
Yeah.
you could easily say that.
I'm
And we
gonna
can
have to
also-
write a fucking speech, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would highly recommend.
everybody do so.
Mhm.
yeah.
So there's gonna be two more sections to this, which considering we got through 2 sections today, I'm worried about next week.
More of our information already hammered out now, so.
You do.
Yeah.
So we have the establishment of blame. You already know what that is, and then the establishment of judgment. You're basically going to be making closing statements there.
Hmm.
All right.
So have kind of a wrap-up statement available. As much
Yeah.
as I hate for this to fall on you so much, Ethan, but you're the charisma character.
It's what I do.
You chose this
It's-
role when you chose Bard.
I
Yeah.
choose this
Yep.
role because I am too
You
much like
chose
a
the
party
best
dad.
one at this, Ethan. You chose
Like,
the perfect
I've
one
got
for
just
this.
an okay charisma, so.
I feel like, regardless if I chose a bard, player wise, no offense to everybody else, and Michael,
What? Yeah, it would have been me or you, bud.
yeah,
Let's be honest here.
'Cause
I'm gonna
I
follow
tend to
me or
have
you.
the issue of just going, like, no nuance. And
Yeah.
that does not serve me sometimes.
Yale info dumps.
Yes, I info dump.
Yeah. Whereas me and Ethan are like, hey,
Not
people
enough
wanna
muscle
know, I will
person
tell
to be
them.
charismatic.
yeah. Danielle basically says, all right, I'm gonna put enough charisma so people don't think I'm fully an asshole.
I feel like
That's how I feel like Danielle.
a lot of Danielle's characters end up being like, I don't want to, but I kind of have to talk right now.
You kind of have to.
I don't
God.
want to talk, but Zoval chose me.
No, those man.
I don't want to
Nope.
talk, but I'm the sister of the leader of the Carrick Building Foundation.
To be fair, that one was my own fault.
I don't want to talk, but I'm the only other person with a connection to Tharden.
God.
Oh
Yes,
boy,
thank you
this
for
has
calling
been
out
a
my chronic
section.
anxiety.
Mood.
Hey, you know everyone's got it. We all heard Ethan this session. There were like 4
Yeah.
times where he's just like, "Okay, hold on, give me a second. I need to breathe."
What do you mean? That's me. Every session I have to do something similar to this.
Yeah.
Anytime we have talking sessions, it's always
Every time we have
Ethan
talking
being
session.
like, "I need
Yeah.
to breathe." It's always
Mm.
Gil. Oops, I said too much.
Yeah.
At Pasoli,
At
at the
Fasoli.
Lord Commander.
Oh, the poor Lord Commander. I still feel bad for him.
God, I feel
Yeah.
bad for him.
Man did not deserve that.
Hope you guys don't fuck him up and
You know,
bring
half that's on Rolo too, though.
Oh, but yeah, a
Yeah,
large
yeah,
chunk
yeah,
of that
no,
was on
no.
Rolo, but he's
No,
not.
no, no, no.
Rolo-
There's a
Rolo
little bit
alley
more.
to
A little bit more
Fasoli
on
dunked it.
Rolo.
It's just hard
2/3
for
of
me to
that
shut
on
up when I'm
Rolo.
explaining something.
Yeah, yeah. It was Rolo as a friend should have known this is not the time to tell them. And
But it's also Zane. They have to
yeah,
know. It's like,
they
no,
have
they
to
don't.
know.
No, they don't.
To
You're
really
muster
trustworthy.
don't.
my need to not lie and make sure everyone has all the information, that ended badly.
Yeah,
Sometimes the best thing you can do is just shut the hell up.
just shut up.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
not good at
Yeah.
that.
I can't believe it.
Really?
I can't believe I couldn't. I can't believe we didn't think about. Oh, just say what spells we casted, what weapons we used.
yeah.
I mean, we didn't consider it at the time just because, like, it's what we
No,
normally do.
no. Well, it's also we're not used to it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
And I don't
It's
really
a
see how it would have helped our case in this regard.
yeah.
no.
Other
Because
than
I mean-
establishing
we're
a quote
going.
unquote murder weapon.
I could because I said use the symbol spell. I left out the empathy antipathy spell against Toric, and I left out. I casted suggestion on Toric to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Right.
I still feel like the whole symbol thing reflects worse on him than it does on us.
Mm-hmm. He hurt his
Yeah.
dudes too. And
I
more.
mean,
It's
from one perspective, yeah.
yeah.
It like
But-
reflects bad, but it like in the same way that saying I burnt my house down to stop a robber
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
It's like
A little
okay, I
much,
don't
but
think
So
okay.
yeah, that's
I don't think that's technically a crime, but
I mean,
But
but
you
would it be a crime
okay?
if you
Yeah,
burnt
are
your
you
house
okay?
down with all of your bodyguards in it to try and stop a robber?
Well,
I
you
feel like
provided
that's
your
a crime.
bodyguards thermal blankets and like a way out.
Well, but he also didn't say
I
that.
feel like
either.
that's tenuous.
He also didn't say I provided
Does Petrick have a fire
my
exit?
guards with a potion of necrotic resistance.
Well, he also
He
didn't say that it was necrotic damage.
True.
He left that out very intentionally.
Hmm.
Hmm.
He left out the part where it hurt his guards intentionally.
And we
That's something we
said
can
he
bring up.
damaged. He casted the symbol spell,
Yeah.
which deals damage to everybody around.
Yeah,
Nope,
That would
the symbol
require a
spell
decent
worked.
amount of arcane knowledge.
Yep.
Which is rare.
I
Yep.
walk into the court and get symbol.
Mimir has arcane knowledge.
But do the ancestors.
No clue.
And that's
well,
the unique thing I've kind of established about the court is that they don't ask questions.
Because they don't
They
know.
take you and your statements at face value because you should be a dwarf.
yeah.
Mhm.
Act like one.
And
Next time we walk in with a
And,
PowerPoint
I mean-
presentation on how spells work.
I mean, yeah, they're not gonna ask. But I feel like maybe a couple of them might know. Hopefully. Well,
I
I'm
mean, we
going on
established what
based off of
Pikachu is totally capable of.
Yeah.
Of all of them, you all know Pikachu knows what symbol does.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because she probably has 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yep. They have a proper dwarf.
I am not nearly as drained as I was at the end of the council at the cathedral, but man,
Dude,
It's a
So
lot.
a lot.
it's yeah. Fuck. It's a lot.
I
It's
sure
a
hope you
lot.
guys don't mind all of the logistics we have to do too.
No,
That's
it's
fine. It's
we've reached a
Hey,
point
friggin-
in our D&D career like where we want to
just
do the
makes sense for the
logistics.
work.
yeah. It
Okay,
Yeah,
makes
do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yes, we do. I
Okay.
fucking like the fact that we are playing
Like,
straight
if
up
it
just.
was
Playing-
just this, I don't think we would be happy. But
No,
with
no, no,
just
no, no,
like
no,
a
no,
little
no,
bit
no,
of
no,
this,
no,
it's
fucking,
perfectly fine.
fucking. I said we were playing Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
well,
not
what
playing
about
Just
Ace
like
the
playing
Attorney
Ace
stuff at
Attorney.
the,
That's what I said.
what about the stuff at the start of the session? Is that getting too into it?
What
Which
was
one?
it?
But like all
Just
the downtime stuff?
all the money and downtime and all that.
I don't
No.
mind.
I
No,
mean,
we
it's
don't
kind
mind.
of our own fault.
Okay, but
Well,
is it
it's-
enjoyable?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
enjoyable. I like it.
Because-
I think it shows
It shows
It
how
how
we're
shows
building this
growth.
from the ground up.
Yeah, it
And
just
where we
shows
started and
fucking
where
growth.
we're getting